Hello, Internet. Taliesin here.
And Evitel too.
Oh, hi, Evitel.
Hey.
Welcome to a WoW podcast, episode number...
61. Wait, it's a WoW podcast, obviously.
What did I say?
Just a WoW podcast.
Are you fucking kidding me? Is that what I said?
You did.
Oh, fuck my life. Okay, do you know what, guys? Clearly, it's going to be one of those days. We're cancelling the podcast. Only joking, we're not. It's the podcast. We're here. How are we all? Hello, fam. Welcome to the podcast where today we are talking about the true face of WoW. What is it? Is it a butterfly that appears in the game with hearts and kisses and women? Or is it children getting disintegrated by old gods? What's going on? That's what we're going to talk about.
It is one or the other. It cannot be both.
We're going to be talking about lots of the reactions of the past week, what's coming up in the week after, and also, most important, even though there is a cinematic analysis video coming out shortly,
very short,
maybe tonight, maybe later, we'll wait and see. Then we'll also be talking about the latest installment into WoW's Midnight Story and, let's be real, into the tone of Warcraft debate as well. So, yeah, look, we all know the answer. It's both, okay? But we're going to talk about it anyway because it's a podcast.
That's what it's for.
And you know what? What can we do if no one wants to talk about any of that stuff at all? How can they make us talk about something else, Evitel?
Good shout. If you want us to talk about anything else or anything at all, really, or not at all, if you want us to tell us to stop talking, that's also an option.
That's not going to work. I mean, you can try. It's going to have to be a pretty big donation.
Pretty big one. It's going to have to be a pretty big super chat.
Someone donates $1,000 right now. We will stop the podcast and you'll have silence and bliss.
I think haters would be willing. If the haters band together,
you know what? We'll do it. We'll do a podcast every day, and they'll have to pay us $1,000 a day to shut us down. I can live on a third of the amount of money we usually make. That's fine.
If you want us to discuss anything in particular, if there's anything else you want to say, is there anything else you want to just put out there? Drop a super chat on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube right now. We're also streaming on Twitch, but yeah, if you want to get involved in the discussion, drop us a super chat and we will be addressing those in the last kind of like 45 minutes, half hour of the show, and chatting through your thoughts and questions.
Yeah, I love that bit. That's one of my favorite parts of the show. And I want to get to that in goodly time today if there's lots of super chats, because I want you around for it. You know, we've gotten quite good at it, but we did start 5 minutes late today.
We did.
And that wasn't because of any technical difficulties like many of you might have thought.
No.
It wasn't because I was getting a haircut. That was days ago.
That was ages.
In fact, if anything, the problem these days is that I'm so good at not having technical difficulties setting this dual stream up.
You have no excuses.
I actually take it for granted a little bit. And yeah. I was editing a video right up until like 59, and then I was 59. like, I better go and make a coffee and also set everything up. And so sorry about that, everyone. But here we are. It was so you all had time to make a nice cup of coffee as well. You know?
Exactly.
But look, we didn't just turn the stream on and wait for you to, like make you sit through 5 minutes of music like I would on a normal Twitch stream. Mm-hmm. So is what it is. But yeah, it has been a busy week in WoW. If anyone in the WoW EU community, the Taliesin Evitel Wondrous Wisdom Hood community wishes to join us for this podcast, I am moving my character right now in game to our new guild hall on the EU community. This is the one that I've made first of all. I will work on the NA side of things next, but you can't miss the guild hall. In game, our Patreon community.
The way the lights flicker is genius.
And they flicker like in time with each other as well.
Because at first I was like, why didn't you just use some beams to write stuff out in beams? And then I was like, wait, I get it. If you are listening on your favored podcast listening platform, then I'm afraid you can't see the absolute majesty that VOD watchers and live recording watchers will get, which is the new T&E Neighborhood Guild Hall. Now, let me describe the scene to you. Some audio description, please.
We are on... Okay, yeah, audio description. We are on Taliesin's private island. in his guild neighborhood and is my private island. This island belongs to me. It's Tally Island. And some of you have seen my cool like building that I had here before. I took that all down. I had some cool floating bottles in the air and stuff that looked like stars. It was really awesome. And I decided to make, like, the idea is that this is kind of like an event space where event stuff can happen, right? So, here's my, wrong one. Here is
you're not allowed to say the words private island anymore.
Well, it's true. But I mean, I want to.
We are reclaiming private islands.
Reclaiming it, yeah, exactly, yeah. And doing it as it should be. So, it's a fairly standard kind of building. Thank goodness for garden clusters. That's what I'm going to say. Look, garden clusters rock. So I got two little towers on this little building. One is kind of in blue. One is kind of in red because it's for Horde and Alliance. This guild hall.
Yes.
But the piece of the resistance is obviously my guild hall sign, which I made out of like some platforms and some lights.
How many lights exactly? Do you remember?
Something like 90, something like that, I think.
Oh my god! Well, how much gold did that cost you?
It cost me quite a lot of gold, to the extent where I actually had to kind of like server hop on a lot of different characters on different servers.
Oh my god!
To get because I bought them all.
You just bought them all out.
Well, okay, so I bought all of
the economy.
I bought all of the bottles, the Pyrewood glass bottles, they're called. I bought all of the Pyrewood glass bottles on Argent Dawn EU that cost under 6k. And I was like, I'm not going to buy the 6k ones. I actually left one that cost 2k there so that the prices didn't all rise. Nice. So that when someone put more on, they would cost like 2k, right, if they were using the system properly. But then I started server hopping and buying them for like, reasonable prices across different servers. And it was actually very difficult, thank you. Yeah, and I did actually spend some time with graph paper planning out all the dots that I was going to write the words out in as well. So it was worth doing. So here is the destination, and I have been doing some work on the inside as well, because many of you have seen the inside on this show before, but I'm gonna show it to you now. So I've done quite a bit of work. Zeedle has placed themselves as the ticket office here. No trainers. I'm not wearing any shoes at all, mate. Don't worry, it's all good.
No sleeves, no shoes, no problem.
Yeah, so we've got some like weapon racks and stuff. Bit of RP going on in here, right?
Door.
Yeah, exactly. Leave your stuff at the door, and then. One of the things I noticed was that this space was very kind of cold and dark feeling apart from the stage. We've seen the stage before, of course. So I wanted to make a cool, like, bar hangout area. So there's a lot of like random rugs. I really wanted to capture that feeling of when you go to those big bars and stuff, and it's just like random stuff everywhere, like just odds and ends and stuff like that. And I really love that. I think it's really, really cool. So different areas over here, but it's kind of based around this bar area, which I put in, and I'm quite proud of the bar area.
Look at that.
I got two of the octopus fireplaces to make it kind of like a theme bar. It's a Kultiran theme bar, as you can see, right? I'm very proud of my beer taps.
Adorable.
With the beer signs on them to show the different beers. Like elven rugs dyed in different colors. I like that. Mm-hmm. The barrels at the back here also have some of the logos on to like differentiate them and show them. There's a coffee area. Of course. From the Endeavour, which I'm really proud of. And I haven't quite finished the back area here, but there is a back area in the bar as well. I need to buy some more of these pipes from Koresh, but that would involve going to Koresh, and I can't really be bothered. So as soon as I can get my ass to Koresh, that's what I'll do. I'll buy some more pipes and finish the back of the bar area here as well. And like there is meant to, as soon as we get basements, that gets put in as well. Yeah. So, once that happens, there's a till as well, which I'm quite proud of. And so like lots of tables, and I spent a very long time kind of putting all different types of food on these tables and organizing them so people can come in and sit down and have a nice time and choose like the kind of, the side dish of their choice. Yeah, exactly. And like lots of just like random knickknacks and stuff on the walls, which I'll replace as different pictures and stuff come into the game and what have you. Warden statue, obviously, because every good build has a warden statue. It's literally not a good housing build unless... Pardon? Oh, your cam has frozen. Yeah, everyone thinks you're just like...
Just really delighted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
just
totally.
Super happy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I didn't want to pull the wrong one.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Okay.
But yeah, I absolutely, I love the work that Telly has put into this, because he's done that thing where he's made it like super, super cozy. Just like absolutely the coziest.
Yeah.
Using all of the stuff on hand.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Exactly. Yeah, but I don't know why that happened. It just, I just unplugged the wire and then put it back in again, and it was all good. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like, there's like a chaise lounge area over here, and like a hot frothing baby chino that person's got there.
Hot frothing baby chino.
Okay, I'm pretty proud of this. This is like my little snug area.
That's nice.
And it's got like some wallpaper and kind of just warming it up a bit, and what have you, and yeah, like nice little place to sit and read, and all the rest of it, and like rugs everywhere. And now here's like the kind of, I'm gonna call this like the VIP area up on a little stage here with some more rugs and there's stuff on shelves. But I'm also very proud of the window.
Oh, I
Look
love
at that. There's so much stuff outside that window, trying to create like a sense of kind of vista and thing like that, and movement, and just making a live space out there. So lots of windmills.
I appreciate all the work you've put in there.
I've done like perspective tricks, making stuff smaller as it gets far away as well, to really kind of go. I've like put like mountains around the edges to kind of mark that and what have you. So very proud of the window, actually. Yeah, really cool. And then of course the stage, and we've there are some lights on the stage now to make it more kind of like stagey. Yeah, but still very proud of the stage as well, if I'm honest.
You should be.
Still pretty cool. So I'm going to place my character up here for now, and like center stage, obviously. Like this, as it should be. And if anyone wants to come in and sort of be with us as we're recording this, I'm going to keep this on my screen and do it. We've got some 3 or 4 people in here already, which is very good to see. Thank you. Thanks for being here, everyone. Maybe we should put like a little live mic in the center of the stage or something like that. Yeah. It is our patron community, and we started a guild for our patron community so that we could have a huge kind of guild neighborhood on multiple different kind of layers and things like that. So yeah, it is like a big old pub, and I'm really proud of it. I think it's kind of cool. And like the really fun thing about a space like this is you can just add to it forever. Any like new little knickknacks, any kind of like knickknacks and cool things I pick up from questing and achievements and stuff as the game goes on that I don't have space for in the conceptual masterpiece that is my kind of main character home. You just find somewhere to put it in here and fill up the space, and it's like it's gonna be fun. Anyway, so yeah, like super happy with do some beatnik poetry, some finger clicking, like some stand-up routines.
Screams. Comedy club to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, me too. It's like I'm pretty proud. I wanted to spend 5 minutes showing that off at the beginning of the podcast because I'm proud of it.
You should be.
I'm proud of it. And if you're waiting for the cinematic analysis, maybe that's why. Maybe you're still waiting. No, it is finished. Okay, so the cinematic analysis, right? We're going to be talking about the cinematic today. And the cinematic analysis is something that I always like to try and get out really, really quick. But the problem is, this one is really, really long. It's like 45 minutes long. It was like 18 pages in the script.
It's a big one.
And I get it. And I'm always like, oh, well, even if it's a long script, it doesn't need much editing. You whack it all together. But then, of course, there's things I want to put into it and kind of like little reference videos and things to reference things I'm talking about. So it always takes like way longer than I think it's going to. But hopefully it'll be out tonight. If not, it'll definitely 100% be out tomorrow. So we missed the hype on it, but I care more about a good video.
As you should.
Of course, no one knows what I'm talking about because we haven't started talking about this yet. Is there any kind of like weekly news that you want to bring up beyond the things that I've mentioned that we can talk about first?
Yeah, I mean, it's worth pointing out. 12.0.1 is here. We have had
my goodness, yeah, holy heck.
Our first patch.
So lots of people asking about the class guide videos as well. Like, I didn't manage to get them finished in time for the pre-patch, and I thought at this stage might as well wait until 12.0.1 where the class changes are as good as finalized before the expansion as they will be. So tell me what I'm gonna have to put into these class guide videos, Evie.
Well, there have been loads of changes kind of across the board for most classes. I think they've done a little bit of rework on Collapsing Star.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
So Collapsing Star no longer consumes souls at the start of its cast. Now it
Oh
has
yeah,
a
they did make this change before. Yeah. Okay, one of
Yeah.
the big things we were talking about, and one of the really unforgiving elements of it, there is like some kind of cheese you can do now with that, which is why they had it at the beginning of the cast anyway. But that's degen stuff. We don't worry about that. Like it's going to be way more user friendly for everyone now, which is really good.
Yeah. Basically, they just want to make it more forgiving when it's canceled, like if you're movement or doing crowd control stuff, right?
Basically, whatever class you're playing, your talents have been reset.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Because
as you probably noticed.
It sucks so hard. And not on my Shadow Priest, actually, but on everything else.
Yeah, no. I was delighted to see that apparently Beast Mastery Hunter has been overperforming across the board, so it's just been...
What? It's just really hard to press two buttons one after the other.
Yeah, really difficult to balance
You're telling me that
buttons.
high skill ceiling is kind of resulting in people getting a lot of use out of it?
Yeah, so like just huge nerfs to Beast Mastery Hunter. Yeah, I mean pretty much like every class has had updates in this mini patch. What do we call these? The 0.1s?
This is like I don't even know what this is on the C. Yeah, what would you call it? It's just like it's literally just a patchy patch.
It's just a little patchy patch. Another thing that's come with the patch is that, particularly if you're interested in decor for housing, so there have been 3 dungeons that have been reopened on normal difficulty, which is Pit of Sauron, Skyreach, and Algathar Academy.
The ones that are going to be in season 1 of Midnight,
yes,
right?
Exactly. So those have been reopened on normal, and they all drop a nifty little piece of decor. So
nice.
Yeah, the Algathar Academy one has a nice like Valdrakken bookcase.
Ooh, that was available before, but then it disappeared with pre-patch.
Exactly. So that is back. So go in there and you can farm those if you like. And yeah, there have been little updates, like little bug updates across the board for housing.
So nothing major. It's mostly like
huge.
class change
It's
stuff.
all
right?
like
So
under the hood.
good.
Basically.
You'll be very pleased to know that I can now finalize the class guide videos and get on with that.
Yay!
Get those out. Hopefully. Well, we'll see. They are my favorite videos to do, but we've been so busy recently because we were away with our guildies this weekend.
Yeah.
And for your birthday as well.
Yeah.
In Bristol in the UK, which was really nice.
Yeah.
Got a hotel and stayed there overnight. We had a birthday party we had to take the kids to in the day, so we had to just rush there in the night.
Yeah.
And we got a flat tire.
Yeah.
So we couldn't drive. We had to get a train.
Bit of a weekend.
Yeah, it was one
of a funny
heck of a weekend, I would say. So
200 quid later, I now have a new tire.
But
fuck me.
You know what? The new patch actually did have much more of an impact than I thought it was going to as well, because the new login screen is there, the new login music is there, and
that is the real birthday present for
the
me.
Midnight Cinematic played as you logged in, right? Which was a surprise to me as well. So I had this great experience when I was logging in to do my Frenzy Heart rep. Fucking Wrath of the Lich King reputation. I'm trying to do dailies. I've got to do all the different dailies so I can get the Shovel Tusk head for my guild hall. That's why I'm doing that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's taking me to all this stupid old content that I don't want to do. And, well, I'm having quite a lot of fun, actually. And, yeah, doing, all of that. Because the Shovel Tusk head, I'm big on. I want that on the wall. I want to mount it.
Nice.
And then when I'm done, I'll put it on the wall.
Wow. Okay.
Woo! So I was doing that. I was just expecting to log in and do that real quickly. And and also I've got a rotation of all my old Legion characters that I'm logging into every single day at the moment to send mission table followers out on missions to try and get the extra piece of decor from each class order hall as well. So I've done it on Warlock, but all the others are kind of catching up. And I've got this stupid rotation that I'm doing every day. And I was not expecting, when I logged in on Wednesday, for the cinematic to start playing. And I haven't really watched that cinematic since Gamescom, since we did the cinematic analysis video for it just after Gamescom. And I remember there being so much discourse around it at the time. I remember people not liking it and talking about how Liadrin should really smile more and put on more makeup and stuff like that. And I remember quite liking it at the time and thinking it was really good and kind of standing it a little bit in the face of adversity. But I have to say, watching it again on Wednesday when it played in-game, higher res than I'm kind of used to on YouTube and stuff like that, It absolutely effing slaps.
Mm-hmm.
That cinematic is so good. I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
What about you?
I loved it. It was this nice surprise actually. And it really and that's where it belongs, right? It belongs like as you're logging into the game, right?
Yeah.
That's its home, right? It belongs like as you're about to play midnight and log in. It felt really good having your headphones on, being like blasted by that. I had the same reaction. I was like, this rules. This cinematic is great. Yeah. And again, the feelings that I had when we first saw it, I was like, wow, I feel really stirred by this. Like, I find it very stirring. I love the fight scenes are great. Xal'atath is menacing. And then the whole kind of summoning of everyone at the light well it hits all the notes for me.
Dude, when
really hits all the notes.
When the vanguard, as we know they are now, of the light kind of steps out and you got the trumpet going, holy heck, man. All my WoW buttons are pressed. I love that stuff. Yeah. I'm all like, absolutely. And that's the thing I remember from the first time I watched it. I was like, oh, that presses my WoW buttons. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was so surprised by the discourse around it afterwards. It was like, oh, this isn't WoW. This doesn't look like WoW. And I was like, that was like the wowiest WoW that ever wowed. What are people talking about? Yeah.
Dirty. Like everyone's fighting for their lives, right? And then there's this great, like heroic moment at the end and everyone leads the charge. And I was like, this is the most Warcraft thing ever.
Yeah.
In many ways, right?
Totally. And Xali was in it as well, which made it even better. And then the new Silver Moon login screen, which I saw for I reckon about 3 or 4 seconds first time I logged in there, which I got to really enjoy for those 3 and 4 seconds. It was very nice. And of course the new music, which whatever you think of the new music, one thing I will say for it is that it definitely captures the most important part of the WoW login music for me, which is the it captures that better than the War Within version did. So like when that bit kicked in, I was like, oh yeah, don't mind if I do. Oh, it felt really good.
And of course the first thing is Xal'atath's theme, that and then you log in.
So man,
perfect.
Love that stuff.
Perfect. So so glad to see that in place with the new actual login screen with Silver Moon there as well.
It made me really, really happy. And I've been spending some of my free transmogs this week.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like decking out all my different characters and all my cool stuff.
Ready.
I might have bought some stuff from the store. I might have bought like the furry cold gear with the moose.
Oh, you liked that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did like that.
Yeah. You treat yourself, babe.
Yeah, well, it's been a tough week, man. We're spending a lot of gold on pyrewood glass bottles, so yeah. I dream about pyrewood glass bottles now. That's kind of what I do. That's kind of like my thing. It's like all there is, right? Yeah. So with all that in mind, of course, all of this came after the main event of the week, the thing that's going to take up most of our time talking today.
Yes.
Which, like I say, we'll have a video about it coming later, but I obviously want to discuss it here with you guys now, and that is the new butterfly mount for Love Is in the Air. What do you think about that?
It's a recolor, babe. It's not a new mount. It's a recolor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, of course it is. I already have it.
Well, I kind of, the way people were talking about it.
It's a recolor. Am I going crazy?
I assumed it was on the store because this amount of ire is only usually reserved for store items.
Yeah.
You know? But it's not though, right? It's like part of Love Is in the Air. You just go and get it, or is
Maybe this is like a nicer, higher res butterfly.
Well, I think it is kind of new.
Oh.
Like, yeah. Oh no, it is a recolor. People are saying in chat there.
Yeah.
So, okay. I mean, look, man. Do you want to make that full screen? I'll just put it on.
Yeah, sure. No, this is the wrong butterfly. I'm looking at the wrong.
Oh, you're looking at the wrong one.
Looking at the wrong. I just looked at butterfly.
Man, come on, dude. Like, this is the thing. Find it. So this is from the. This is not the butterfly on screen now, by the way.
Just a sec. Got it here already.
You got it.
Yeah. Oh, wait. He's got... Okay, this butterfly...
It's got much more pearlescence on it, right?
Yeah, look... no.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, I think it's... Yeah, they did the pearlescent one on the trading post last year. Yes, because I have one.
Yeah, but this is a recolor of that one.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
course it
very
is.
pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Lovely. It's
Yeah,
very lovely butterfly.
Very
I like it.
cool.
I already have one.
Look,
so.
man, I don't care. It's just a butterfly mount. And like, honestly, there is no mount they could put in the game that would make me do Lovers in the Air shit. I don't care. I've never cared about it. I don't do the holidays in WoW, apart from the sausage eating competition in Brewfest, because that shit rocks. I love the sausage eating competition.
Fair.
I will never forget what I still consider to be the greatest weekly reset intro sketch of all time, where the sausage eating competition was introduced into Brewfest in the same week as the Saurfang versus Sylvanas Motgara cinematic came out. And we combined the two in our weekly reset intro and had Saurfang challenge Sylvanas to Motgara. And then they had a sausage eating competition. And then Saurfang died because he ate too many sausages. and you were like, oh no. And I was like, I hope that's how I go. No, he died how he lived. By eating too many sausages. I can't remember what the actual one we put in the video was. Because we recorded it about 50 times because we couldn't stop laughing as we were recording that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those days. I remember the days.
I will always be a
intro
sausage
skits.
eating competition stan.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe one of the lines in that was, I had no idea he was so good at eating sausages. And it's look, I know I wrote it, but it, it is comedy
even
genius.
For you. Wow.
And even for me, it was particularly good. And so like, I'll always have fond memories of that. But that's the only holiday I do. I don't care about any of the other holidays at all. I don't, and so this could be like a butterfly. This could be, what else offends like manly men?
A woman.
This could be a woman with blue hair. This could be a gun or a motorbike. Either way, I wouldn't care. And I wouldn't do it. So, I mean, it's kind of
there. I've seen people getting it. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Like I say, I already have a butterfly, which I
Yeah.
bought on the trading post for 10 Ds.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm good.
Totally. But the main thing to note about this butterfly is that its timing maybe wasn't completely great, because if you joined the show last week, obviously we were talking about the Disneyfication of WoW. Oh, even saying it just like it hurts my heart.
World of Womancraft.
It hurts my heart, but more than that, it hurts my brain. Like, it kills brain cells when...
It hurts so bad, doesn't it?
So there was all this talk about it because of the housing trailer last week, which, you think it looks a bit cutesy and it's not really to your taste,
It felt
is
a
it?
bit Hearthstone-y to me, which I don't mind, but I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's good for like an advertisement, which is what it is, right?
If it rocked up as an in-game cinematic, I might kind of care a bit more.
Yeah, no.
But it didn't.
But it's not.
It was a TV advert, man. Yeah. And like, okay, whatever. But that had sparked a certain discourse and a certain like debate, and everyone was putting their oar in and kind of, we've had it called the Disneyfication of WoW. We've had it called the infantilization of WoW. We've had it called the feminization of WoW, which is GROSS. Like other very, very, in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, very low IQ takes like that. That was just maybe starting to settle down a little bit when, lo and behold,
the butterfly
arrived, which maybe wasn't the greatest timing, and absolutely kicked that debate back into gear. In fact, do you want to just have a little scroll down on the comments there and Wowhead where you actually are right now?
As practice, I do not read Wowhead comments, but let's go.
Yeah. Oh wait, is that like a transmog in Lovers in the Air as well?
And again,
so there's like a
all...
flower sword and shit as well.
I have all.
Do you know what?
These.
Maybe they're right. I take it back. It's not low IQ take at all. It's just noticing trends.
I have all of these, like from the trading post, right?
Well, of course, because you bought them because you're a girl, but I didn't buy them because I'm a guy who likes sausages, and there's nothing more masculine than a guy who's really good at eating sausages, like Saurfang, hot, sweaty, like muscly orc, right? And really good at eating sausages, just like me, manly man.
Yeah, no, this is
loving
just people
my sausages.
complaining about not getting the love rocket.
Do you think
Never
that's what it is? Do you think that's what it is? Like all the people that are complaining about how girly and feminized and Disney the butterfly is, they're just
polluting the loot table full of love rocket.
they just want the love rocket. It's like they just feel down and sad because they're not getting their big pink rocket that they were hoping for this Valentine's Day.
Rocket. The big pink thingy ride. Anyway.
So yeah, like a lot of people sharing screenshots of literal love is in the air, right? So like the canopy that's over the like portal with a heart on it, and being like, look what WoW has become. It's like, bitch, love is in the air has been in this game since 2004, man. Like Jesus Christ, or since whenever, 2005, I don't know. But it's been here for like longer than I should have been alive, and it's like the dishonesty around the discourse is what gets me. It's like, are we pretending that Love in the Air didn't have hearts and stuff before? Yeah, like, is that what we're doing?
Silly. And I honestly have not read any of them.
Yeah.
I felt logged off. And I was like, I don't need this. It's my birthday.
Do you have the pink love rocket?
No.
I'll see what we can do about that.
Thanks.
Get some grinding in.
Got one at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need one in the game.
And like, it's not rare. Not rare at home.
Not a rare drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this has come. The spring butterfly mount.
Is Evie's mic still Evie, sorry. Is Evie's mic still acting up?
Is it?
Still right now?
Right now? Maybe it's because I leaned away a little bit. Sometimes if I move away,
it does tend to happen, doesn't it? If you do that, like it needs your electrical field.
Yeah, I just need to
kind of like hold everything in place, basically.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm in. I'm good.
Okay, well, you keep talking like you were going to, because I'm just going to check it.
Yeah. Okay. So this, not to be confused with the pearlescent butterfly, which is same thing, man. Just a slightly more.
Yeah, no, your mic sucks, dude.
Did it suck? Really?
I don't know what's going on with it. Did you touch it in the middle of the show?
I didn't do anything. I haven't.
Okay, come over and join me here.
Okay, I'll come join you over there.
That's weird. Sorry.
Yeah.
Usually, if we've kept it off for like a day before, it's fine. When we're recording, we haven't had any trouble with the mic for a long time. That's very upsetting. Shame. Is it because you have your phone right next to it? Maybe you shouldn't have your phone right next to it.
Next to it.
And there's always problems.
But when not for, like you said, not for the last
year.
I
don't know why you do anything that might risk kind of spoiling it. But okay. Yeah, girls wreck everything. First they wrecked World of Warcraft. Now they're wrecking the mic. Now they're wrecking the podcast. So I don't know.
That's why I kept my phone next to it, because that's apparently what makes it good.
You reckon?
Yeah.
And yet the evidence shows maybe not.
Well, no, the evidence shows that it's been working for like the past few months, and I always have my phone next to it. So
okay. Well, maybe it's the constant having the phone next to it, which has like degraded the microphone to an extent. Possible. I don't know. I it's whatever.
Yeah.
Every time she speaks into it. Yeah. Well, this microphone works much better.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, like, it's basically impossible to troubleshoot because that mic is attached to a cable, which is attached to like a mic switch box. Which has another cable coming out of the back of it, which then attaches to one channel in a preamp, which then another cable comes out of the back of that and attaches to a compressor, and then another cable comes out of the compressor, which attaches to like a switch panel, and then the switch panel has a cable that comes into the back of the Rodecaster here. So like there's so many different
potential.
And also the microphone isn't always not working, isn't always making a bad sound. So if it were, that would be much easier.
Yeah, exactly.
But because sometimes like 90% of the time it's absolutely fine. It's like basically it's impossible to find what part of that link is the thing that's wrong, or if it's the microphone itself. Like, so it's kind of impossible to do, really.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, isn't it?
Now we have to sit next to each other. God forbid.
It's not complicated. There's just a lot of like links to the chain.
Yeah. It's a long chain.
Yeah, totally. And the amount of links in the chain is not why we're having problems with it, because my microphone also has the same amount of links.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what were you saying? Sorry.
But I was just comparing the butterflies And that way, it's exactly the same as the last one. It might be a little bit of a recolor, slightly.
Yeah.
But it's the same vibe. It was already on the Trader's Post, along with all of the accoutrements, the shoulders, like the little fun butterfly themed transmogs. And those were a thing. And now apparently they're a thing again because they're part of the Love is in the Air event.
Yeah, as you might expect. Like, to be honest, if they're going to be part of any event, the Love is in the Air event might be the best one. It is pretty good. It would be the most thematic.
It is pretty good.
And it is only temporary, right? So it won't be in the game. Like after this, it'll be gone. You won't be able to get it anymore.
Exactly.
So until next year.
So I'll be real with you. I did not tune into any of the discussion around this because
well, it's the same old stuff, isn't it? It's just the same old. I feel like I've been having the same conversation online for like the last 2 weeks now, and it's just kind of it's a little bit mind rotting if I'm completely honest with you.
That's why I don't do it.
Yeah, well, but of course also it's kind of your job. So there's like to be up with Discourse and stuff, and so you have to, and it's like anyway. So I would say we kind of reached like peak. What's going on? WoW? Why are you so girly now? What's going on here? Sort of like time, and then. Pretty much the day after that, I think it was, on Tuesday, a new cinematic launched, and it gave us this. And it's kind of funny, right? Because, like, I was on stream on Monday and chatting to people, and someone was like, do you think we will have a series of 2.5D cinematics in the lead up to midnight, because it feels like we're not going to because we haven't had any yet. And I was like, well, we've kind of established, like, for War Within, we only got one. We only got one of those 2.5D cinematics, and that was the Queen Ansrek one. And we did get like a Saturday morning cartoon one with. You didn't like that one?
The Ansrek one I thought was pretty cool. He had Xal'atath popping out of
but you
like
didn't
the
like
portal.
the Ilaria one.
The Ilaria one was fine. I think it kind of just happened and then it was gone.
Yeah,
it doesn't stick in my memory like some of the other ones. It was cool. I like that they took kind of a gamble in a different style.
And I was like, look, the fact that they only did one for the War Within. When usually you get 3 or 4 or 5 sometimes, suggested to me that maybe they're trying to phase them out, and kind of move on to that. If you look at the numbers on YouTube, the Saturday morning cartoon one absolutely slapped. It absolutely killed. And like so many views on that one. So my thinking was Blizz would probably try and like lean in or levitate towards that. And I was like, yeah. So and you know what? It will probably, I predict a Saturday morning cartoon about the trolls, like in cool. Xal'atath, right? And those two characters there, because it's a brother sister. It's quite a fun dynamic. They're like the grandkids of a famous character. There's a lot going on there. We haven't seen much of the troll part of Midnight in a lot of the build up and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, that would seem to be the kind of thing. And then I was like, of course, you know what we should have. I'll tell you the cinematic that we need. The cinematic that we need at this point in time is we need the Xal'atath history cinematic.
Oh, yes.
We need the origin of Xal'atath. We need the genesis of Xal'atath. So if it was me, and Blizz won't do this, I said, if it was me, I would have a cinematic that literally, you see what Xal'atath was before she like became Xal'atath. And you see her turning into Xal'atath, and I'd have it right the way up to her getting put in the dagger, honestly.
Yeah.
And I was like, Blizz won't do that,
no.
But that's the cinematic that we need. And we moved on in the conversation. And then, like, literally, probably about 20 minutes later, if that, someone in chat, as I was showing off my amazing guild home, didn't even get to show off the window. Someone was like, new cinematic just dropped on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't believe him. I thought I was getting trolled. I was like, look, that is a very good troll, okay? Because I'm going to go and check it. Like, I'm 90% certain that that's just a troll, but it's a good one. I'm going to go check it. And it was there, and it was a 2.5D cinematic, and it was Xal'atath and Evertel. I have never felt so clever in my entire life.
Are you sure? Because you've had your moments.
Well, I mean, I felt so smart that I've been talking about it. Like, this is the cinematic that we need. And yeah, I was like, Blizz won't do it because I always underestimate those fuckers. And then that's the cinematic that cropped up. Sort of, pretty much.
Yeah,
kind of.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So
not bad.
I've talked about the cinematic on stream, and obviously I've just written a whole cinematic analysis of it, so people hear my views in depth. But what about you, Evie? I got the impression you didn't like it so much.
No, I like this as a storytelling device. I thought it was cool. I love ethereal stuff. I love the kind of the attack on the ethereals and Xal'atath, and I love getting a little glimpse into Xal'atath's background, which we knew about or had hints at before. We there was a suggestion maybe once that you know she was mortal at some point. But it was really cool. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'll get this out of the way. I don't love the art style of it. And what like, because I like these kind of 2.5D, I guess they call them like animatics. I think that's the official term for them. But they're cool. I really, really like them. I love them. Like I love the Ashara one, the Jaina one, absolute classic, right? And even some of the older ones as well. But yeah, I feel like they've moved on in terms of the art style. It's like they've made everything really smooth, and there used to be
they're
this
a lot
really
more animated than they used to.
Yeah, they're a lot more animated, and they're a lot more detailed. Like I was just rewatching the Ashara one, just do a little bit of a comparison, and like there's this really kind of beautiful, like painterliness. Like they're not afraid to have just these kind of like lovely, like kind of very like graphic kind of like paint marks in the like visual style, and because of that, there are a lot of these amazing like shots. Like you know, in the Ashara one you have like the shot of like, you know, her becoming Ashara. You have the shot when the eye opens and she's in front of it, or like, you know, with like N'Zoth's tentacles coming at her, right? Or the fish. It's like these really, it's really beautiful. Like they're really cool, but also kind of horrifying, right? Like it's kind of like corpses of the elves in the water. And in this one they've moved on to like it's a similar style. You can see like it's still got this kind of element, but it's got that like kind of polish. Like there's a kind of like detail and polish that makes it feel like I'm looking at like a big animated like Magic the Gathering card.
There's more than one like moment in this cinematic where you get like a full 180 of the camera, like swings around, and it's like that would never have happened in the 2.5D
exactly. Like I kind
of
appreciate the flatness of the other ones. That's just this is just a purely aesthetic visual take that, you know, beyond that, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a really neat little way of Xal'atath telling a story about herself, or the truth about herself, or maybe not the truth about herself. I found the kind of like Labubu baby a little bit silly, but I like the effect.
Okay, so this is like obviously one of the main talking points on the cinematic. So, you know, in tone, obviously this is not a butterfly, and obviously this is not this is like not a goofy housing cinematic and things like that. This is at its core a story about seemingly maybe a child getting disintegrated and turned into ash, which, you know, as a premise, just as like a topic, it's kind of dark, right? You don't like seeing people die, but like it's in a very over the top, like grotesque way as well. And they really, as you can see from the still on screen here, they really kind of go into it, and they don't shy away from it, and they kind of indulge in it, and it's fun, you know. It's like it's great. And as timing goes, in relation to where the Discourse was at the time, it kind of couldn't have been better, because it was this thing of like, okay, well, look, the housing cinematic is like, it's an advert, like it gets nowhere near the game. This cinematic will literally play in game. There's a quest. I mean, they all do, so you can assume it will. But there's also a quest in Storm Shield, which is obviously where this cinematic plays. It's like, tell me about the blah blah blah.
Yeah, okay.
And you know, little kind of speech bubble thing that you click on. It's a cinematic button,
okay.
Right? So this is quite literally it's being used for marketing, but like the housing ad is marketing. This is quite literally an in-game cinematic.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is a cinematic that plays in game. It's part of the game. It's part of WoW's storytelling. Like, this is World of Warcraft. You know, this is the actual game, World of Warcraft, right here. This is what it is.
Yeah.
And like, you know, obviously World of Warcraft cinematics are also the Midnight cinematic, but they're also, you know, like the pre-rendered cinematics, like A Light in the Dark, where, you know, like the kind of the nice and Ysera kind of dying in Legion and going into the moon and stuff like that.
Oh, I love that one.
There are also live in-game cutscenes that play. The one that upset everyone was the one in Stromgarde last expansion, which everyone thought was really janky, and it was a bit janky. And so, like, it's all these different art styles and ways of presenting the story, and you know, like, they all look a bit different from each other, and they all kind of have slightly different purposes, and they all like are a different thing, which, you know, is WoW all over, right? And always has been. And WoW has always been dark stuff like, oh, the Null tent made of human flesh, which is the thing that everyone always brings up when they're arguing that WoW is like used to be dark. They're like, yeah, well, explain the Null tent made of human flesh. It's got faces on it. It's like, yeah, it's still goofy as fuck though, wasn't it? Like, it still looks cartoony, right? Yeah. But yeah, sure, okay. And it's like, and also a tent. I thought we were talking story. I thought we were talking vibe. I thought we were but whatever. And it's always been like goofy ass shit as well, right? So it's kind of it's always been both of those extremes and everything in between as well. And it's, you know, I've seen a lot of discourse today where people are like, oh, both sides are over egging the pudding. And they're not. The people calling WoW Disney
over egging the pudding,
like they're both as bad as each other. And it's like, no. The people that are trying to reduce WoW down to being like this feminized, whatever the fuck that means, Disney cartoon are the ones who are being dishonest in this conversation, and the people on the other side are simply pointing out how that is wrong and like giving examples like that they are reacting to the kind of like dishonest discourse on the other side. It's not a horseshoe theory, right? It's like, you know, it's like you are, someone comes along and says, Tally, you are ginger. And I'm like, I'm not ginger. Let me show you a photo of myself. And someone going, oh, they're both as bad as each other. Look, Tally always banging on about he's not ginger. This person always banging on about how Tally's ginger. It's like, no, one of them is right. And like, you know, this conversation is happening because someone said something wrong and is getting corrected by the other side. Like, it's whatever, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, the cinematic itself, I was right. We did need to know a little bit about Xal'atath.
We did.
And it's not quite the like complete history that I was hoping for, you know, because we still don't know what her motivation is. Well, her motivation is different. What her plan is and what she's actually trying to do with the world soul. Very excitedly, I went through the art book for Midnight as well, hoping there might be some clues in there. And in the Xal'atath section, it was basically like, we still don't know her plan. Does she want to consume the world soul for its power, or does she want to use it for a staging post for some dark plan? And it's like, oh god, it'd be nice if we knew. I don't know. And so there is that. And I am getting a bit of fatigue with not knowing that.
Yeah.
But I think this was just about enough to kind of, you know, like, they're really pushing the whole all I want to do is survive angle. So for those who haven't seen it, you know, she's fighting with the Ethereals, and Salhadar is there again.
Yeah.
Because everyone wanted Salhadar to come back. He's such a popular character, isn't he?
Yes, I know. And this is the problem with Ethereals, which I love, because they don't have faces. They just don't really stick with you. Counterpoint, Locust Walker is super hot, and I miss him every day.
Yeah.
But
why? Okay, I got to ask. You can't put that out there. Why? Why is Locust Walker hot, but Salhadar not? Because look, I don't want to. I'm not going to say they all look the same to me, right?
Well, yeah.
But
because Locust,
I agree with you, by the way.
Yeah. I think he's always had a good voice. His voices have changed over time, but he's always had like
his voice in Legion was better.
Yeah, but he's still
so much cooler.
Yeah, he's had some good voices, and then suddenly he got like really kind of buff. He got like really buff when they redid his model. And then also, I don't know, maybe it's kind of like the student teacher dynamic that's doing it for me.
Is it because he was the first of like the sexy kind of voidy, like he was, you know, we thought we were done with all that from TBC, and then he rocks up in Legion. He's all like, Alleria, I am going to teach you how to harness the void. That's what he sounded like. He was so cool. Just
this kind of like distance. There was something
and then
cool about him.
Then they just gave him like standard epic old man WoW voice, right?
Yeah,
like,
it was still, exactly. And I think because his character was quite cool. And then Xal'atath also is interesting, but he's like a little bit less interesting. You know what I mean? He's a baddie, and we kind of learn about his motivations.
He's a baddie, but he's not a baddie.
But he's not a proper baddie.
Not baddie enough.
He's not baddie enough. So there was I don't know why, but Xal'atath is fine. But like if we didn't say Xal'atath, like you don't see him and you're not like, oh, that's him. It's got like kind of the thing,
it's Xal'atath, my favorite character from World of Warcraft.
Like,
I'm so glad he's back again.
That one is Xal'atath.
He does have. Look, he has a good range of like voidy ethereal weapons, like a stick, and then a voidy like mace will appear on the end or something. I think that's kind of cool. And you know what? I liked his fight as well, like in the awesome
raid.
Fight. Great
super
raid fight.
Cool fight, and then like consuming his little dragon. It's cool.
I know people already consider Mana Forge Omega to be a very good raid.
It rules.
But I got a feeling that in a few years' time we'll look back on it as being like absolutely one of the best raids.
It
was so cool.
It is so very cool. Such a good one. Seeing him back here, like. Okay. Like, I get that they couldn't have released this earlier because it reveals him signing with Xal'atath.
It's funny you should say that because the cinematic is people, because there's a lot of things like, what, Xal'atath? I don't understand. When is this cinematic set? And it's like set in between the 11.2.7 cinematic where we see Xal'atath consume the power of the dark hearts. So all these dark hearts that are arriving in our collector's edition, they're useless. They're dead. They're gone. Like they're empty now. And like, it's set in between that and the Midnight cinematic, which is why they needed to release it on Tuesday and not a minute later, because once that Midnight cinematic plays, when you open the game on Tuesday, if you're in NA, it's like the cinematics are out of whack. This one had to come, and they left it until the last possible moment. It's like they go, this game will release before or on New Year's Eve 2020, and you're like, oh, I'll look forward to New Year's Eve when the game releases. It was like they literally left it till the last possible day they could have released this cinematic to keep them in like the proper order. But that's when it's set. I like that they kind of made Xal'atath a bit of a dick in it. Like he as in just a kind of a coward.
He is an absolute coward.
It's so funny though. Because he's all like, no, my ethereal will never be bound again. And then he's like, okay, everyone run, get out of here. And he's basically like pushing past all the other ethereal. He's like, out of my way, go. And then like when she kind of tempts him and appeals to his vanity and offers him power, and it's like, the choice is yours. And again, he looks around at all the ethereal and they're all like, oh my god, I'm so glad this fight is over, let me just go home. And he's like, no, we're going into another war, boys. Here we go,
let's rule.
And it's great because it kind of reminded me, we always say that I think Xal'atath is kind of the opposite to Iridikron in a lot of ways. Like Iridikron is kind of almost obsessively keeping out of the way and avoiding conflict until he's absolutely ready. And all this, he's like Batman, right? He's preparing for in Batman versus Superman, he's Batman and Xal'atath is Superman, right? And Xal'atath always goes straight for the leader of wherever she is, whoever she is. She goes for Gallywix. She goes for Xal'atath. She goes for Ansarek. She goes like, every single instance of it, she's always aiming for the boss. And the reason for that is because it's actually one of her biggest kind of tricks is promising power. And like, it's actually easier to tempt kings, leaders, presidents, with power, because that's like their whole thing. That's like their whole personality, right? It's like,
that's like your only currency.
Yeah, so that's what they care about. So it's like, it's like the things I've got to offer, it's the ruling classes that have more chance of accepting them. And it's like, it's easier to convince a powerful person, like a ruling class person, to sacrifice the lives of those below them, because that's what they do all the time anyway. Whereas like a normal person would be like, oh no, I don't want to do that.
Like,
I can't.
Wait, let me think about
that.
Yeah,
That doesn't seem like me. That doesn't seem like the kind. That seems like a bad thing to do. Whereas like people of the ruling class don't think about that in those terms so much, because the lower classes are people to be sacrificed, and they're much more willing to do that. So that was this cinematic made me realize that to a certain degree, which was quite fun. I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
So getting this glimpse into Xal'atath's home planet, there's obviously a lot of kind of like theories around her home planet and her old civilization and what exactly happened there and what exactly she is. And I guess my question to you, Evertel, is she from a planet of gnomes? And like, why did Demensis want to eat all the gnomes?
They're like a little snack. You know how like baleen whales are like the biggest whales, but they only eat krill, right? Like, you know how like some of the biggest things in the world only consume the smallest things. Yeah, it's something like that. No, I don't know. She like, is she a child, or is she a small person, a small gnome?
It kind of doesn't matter.
Why is her head so big?
Do you know what? I don't think we'll ever get clarification on this. There's that thing of like, they've got, and I actually really like her design. I know you don't like it, right? But for me, it's like, she's obviously of an alien race. It's different from ours, but obviously recognizable as well. And like, there's that thing of, she looks like a child to us, so she evokes all of that empathy and reaction and like horror from the fact that she looks like a child. But there's nothing to say she's an alien, man.
Yeah,
like,
she could
be
anything.
An old ass woman. Maybe they get taller as they get old, as they get older. That's what humans do too. But you know what I mean, right? Maybe they get smaller as they get older. And why bald? I mean, maybe they're just bald.
It's because so that she can have luscious locks now, right? Like she has to be a tall, sexy elf now, because those are the things she did not have when she had her mortal form, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna look. I did. Some of you will have seen on our Twitter, but I did do some experiments in the in-game engine. With gnome character creation.
You did.
I put
this on Instagram.
You didn't put the bit I'm going to about to show.
God.
Let's just turn this on.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, you should be.
I fear.
Yeah, you should.
Oh.
So I really, really hate to do this to you guys, but if in fact Xal'atath is from like a mystical gnome race, then this is what her feet actually look like.
No.
I'm just putting that out there.
Please,
it's
God,
like
no.
if that is the face of Xal'atath, that we
does she have bunions?
If that is the face of Xal'atath, then
those are the feet you're after.
Yeah, those are the feet. I'm just saying, those are the real Xalitos right there.
That's the thing. Xal'atath
This changes everything.
Xal'atath is a fantasy, right? The whole thing is a fantasy. It's not her body. It's not her looks. It's not her voice. It's nothing about her, right?
Yeah, but I love that.
Yeah. I love that too. But so the feet are part of the fantasy, right?
Sure.
Like.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but here's my character that I created, because I don't want to focus on just the feet, right?
No.
Important to focus on all elements of this.
Yeah, you've been tweeting a lot. There you go.
Yeah, I have been tweeting a lot. It's been fun. So this is the character that I managed to create.
Yeah.
And people were like, "How on earth did you get the name Xal'atath?" And there are two ways I got the name Xal'atath. I didn't go on Argent Dawn. I went onto a new player server, which is always easy to get names on.
Yeah.
But Xal'atath was also taken on that server. So in the name creation here, I just spelt it with a capital I instead of an L. So actually,
Oh
her
my
name
God.
is Xal'atath.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but like
Don't
when it's just
tell
written there, it
anyone.
looks like a capital
Yeah,
L.
it does. I love. Okay.
And everyone was like,
Actually.
"Holy shit! How did you get the name?"
Well done. Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty clever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a high IQ take. You see, you don't see me saying that the game's been feminized, but look, yeah. So I managed to create her in game, and now I have Xal'atath as my
Xal'atath.
on some German new player server somewhere.
Nice, of course.
I think
Of
an
course.
Italian new player server actually, because there are no Italian players, and I was like, I can choose any name I like.
Xal'atath.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh wait, oh no,
Oh,
goodness,
no, it's
sorry
gone.
everyone, sorry. Yeah, here
There
we
you go.
So, what, like, if you had to speculate, because, like, again, I've got a whole video of speculation coming up.
Yes.
What's your speculation as to who she is, what her past is, what her situation is here?
I mean, she like in this situation here. One, I don't think she's lying to Saladar. Like, I don't think she's making up the fact that she was in fact mortal and her world was ravaged by the void. I don't think
Just
that's
to
a
interrupt
lie.
very quickly there,
Yeah.
probably a good time to bring up that, of course, real ones know that this was kind of given away in the PTR for 11.2.
Yes.
There was a reference to her being immortal. There was some reveal that was obviously in the questing, which got cut out, but they did not cut out Xal'atath's reaction to it. You know, afterwards she was like, "Are you surprised to learn that I was immortal and my world was devoured by Dementia?" And I was like, "What? What?" And that didn't make it to the live game. That got cut. From that point on, it's like, is that going to be? Have they just decided not to reveal that yet, or is it just not going to be? They decided, that's not actually the law. They're going to go in a different direction, sort of thing. And they have kept it, obviously, and the reason they cut it was because this cinematic was. Do you think? Well, Salhadar is a very random character to come back, isn't he? Really, seems a bit silly.
Yeah.
Do you think they'd originally planned this cinematic for 11.2 and it just hadn't got finished in time? Because it would work if they played it in 11.2 and then Xal'atath is like, "Are you surprised to learn that?" And like, you could quite easily, like, this background is incredibly random. It's not Voidstorm. It could be Koresh.
I think
it
it's
could
Koresh.
be Voidstorm. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's Koresh.
There's that thing of like, they could easily have set it. You know, this is her fighting. I guess these voidy things are very midnighty, and the Dominar.
They are Dominar. They are Dominar.
They could have made like alterations to it. Then I don't know.
It's hard, isn't it? Because we have, when we got this with even the kind of announcements around midnight, because we'd seen Koresh, and then they're like midnight, which also has a kind of voidy purple zone in it too, called Voidstorm. And then I remember just it kind of creates a little bit of dissonance because there's so much like purple and voidy blueness, right?
Well, I remember when the first kind of like images of Storm Shield came out, or Voidstorm. Voidstorm came out. People were like, "Oh, it looks exactly like Koresh," and it doesn't. It doesn't look anything like Koresh.
It doesn't. But because of the way people's brains work,
and because there were some like ethereal structures in there,
exactly,
and stuff,
ethereals, and exactly. So I get that. So it is kind of a funny one bringing Saladar back. But to go back to Xal'atath here, like she was mortal at some point, right? And her world was destroyed. And that is, I believe that. Like, is this just an image she's kind of feeding to Saladar and all of us to kind of evoke sympathy, right? Like, did she actually look like this, or is it just a kind of a fantasy of, a vulnerable, like baby-headed, bald, big-eyed, like, child sacrifice or whatever is happening here.
Are you saying that because of like her kind of religious garb that she's got on?
Yeah, it kind of evokes something like that, doesn't it? Like it kind of speaks to that.
Yeah. Like she's got like this kind of iconography on her kind of necklace that she's wearing, like a sun. Looks like the Argent Dawn. Looks like any kind of like light worshipping kind of force on Azeroth. And then she's got like a very ceremonial tattoos, makeup. What do you think?
Yeah, tattoos or makeup, and the same with like her garb. She has like these kind of gold, like strands, threads, ribbons coming off of it. Yeah, it's
and
like
golden eyes as well.
Yeah.
Like very fiery orange eyes, and the purple of the opening portal above is kind of giving her pupils like a purple glow to them, which makes it look like an Xal'atath eye. Really cool.
Here makes it look like makeup.
But without like the purple bit in the middle, she's just got like fiery golden eyes, right? Which again might suggest kind of light worship, and it does look like makeup in like, because it's got kind of glittery effects. Very nice actually.
So thinking about it, like I imagine that this is probably what she actually did look like, right?
Yeah,
like
I'd say so.
I don't think this is like just some image she's implanting in Xaladar's mind. I think this is literally what we're supposed to see and think, oh, that is what she looked like. She did also have purple skin back then. That's cool.
Is it purple?
Or is it just
kind
gray,
of like white gray?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just the light of the not the light of the void. The glow of the void is reflecting off of her skin, and she has kind of like weird ears that attach at the bottom. I don't trust people whose ears don't have flaps. Very weird. Very weird. I know it's like a 50-50 chance.
I don't trust half of the population of the world.
Just saying, if your ears attach at the bottom, like we might be able to get over it, but she has that. So I don't really know what her purpose is. Like, she's barefoot, isn't she? She barefoot?
Yeah, I think she is actually. Yeah. Good shout.
Yeah.
Good spot. We get a glimpse of her feet.
She dies barefoot. She lives barefoot.
We just about get a glimpse of her feet.
Yeah,
there we are, the real Xali feet.
Yeah, there she is.
And she has got like very alien type proportions.
Yeah, she does.
She's
like a super long neck. This kind of strange. Yeah.
So for me, the big question is, right, like, it could easily be that she's like a priest of the light on her planet.
Sure.
I think that's a fairly like reasonable kind of speculation to make.
Yeah.
And that could feasibly make her the child of light and shadow, of course. But also clearly you've got this rather harrowing image of all like the Pompeid kind of people reaching out to her and stuff. So she's like the last one standing,
Pompeii,
and that could be like just an aesthetic choice. That could like because it's more effective from a storytelling point of view. But it could also mean something as well. Like why is her whole planet dead? And she's not at this point.
Yeah.
And there's that thing of like, I don't know, if you had to make up a backstory of what's going on here, what would you do?
Right, like maybe she's trying to help. Maybe she's alive, and maybe she's receiving an opportunity, right? Like maybe she is reaching out for someone to help her.
Oh, she's looking for help. She's wandering through the wasteland.
Yeah,
kind of like,
maybe she is. I don't know. I like how they went with this kind of like, this Pompeii style, like everyone turns to ash.
Yeah, I think it's so cool.
It is. It's very effective, right? And it means that when she walks by, she can, in her little vision, she can brush away the the physical body, but also like the memory of this stuff, right?
Oh, that's awesome. My theory is kind of the same theory I've always had regarding her, is that she is basically like an Ashara style character, in that she was a person of some power, or maybe a student to an organization of some power, right? Let's assume she is a kid, and like she's a talented student of the light, and this is a light worshipping planet, and like they're an advanced civilization, or maybe not even advanced, but they're a civilization, and there's that thing where maybe she was so thirsty for knowledge and power, and she's like a star student and stuff. She was like, wait, there's even more power than just the light. The void is also a great source of power, and all her teachers like, no, we stay away from the void. That shit sucks, man. Don't go near it. And she's like, well, man, there's like a lot of power there. And then maybe like a family member or something dies of an illness, and the light couldn't protect them or something. So she's like, fuck it, I've got to go out and I've got to get more power. I've got to find more power. So she starts kind of studying the void in secret one day, and like she starts getting whispers, and the whispers are like, no, you're right. This is a great source of power. The light doesn't know what it's doing, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, why don't you just open the way for us to come and we'll give you like loads and loads of power and you can protect the world even more, right? And she's like, yeah, man, like, absolutely. And doing that thing that Shara did of a mix of like genuinely wanting to do something good, but also, you know, it's hubris, right? And it's like ego, and it's like a sort of thirst for power, which is your downfall sort of thing. So she does it, and she opens the way, and the void comes down, but like instantly just eats everyone, obviously, because it's the void. And she's like, oh shit, man, oh no.
And they're like, yeah, you too.
Yeah, and that would explain why she is the one that is saved.
Yeah.
Right? In that it's like, oh, you're the one that brought us here, so we will give you the gift of preserving your soul as our harbinger for the rest of eternity, right? And explain why she would hate them so much and feel betrayed by them and want to like just wipe them out and stuff like that. Especially when you've had all eternity to kind of stew on it and things. And then that makes me think that, you know, if you're going with that theory, all these guys who are like reaching out to her, you know, it's like they were trying to stop her. They were trying to stop her doing like the ceremony or whatever.
Right,
and it's like, you know, it's open. She opened the way and she's like, no, these are good guys. They're going to help us. And it's like, just kills everyone and stuff. And I just think that'd be really cool.
I like that.
And then there's that thing of like, yeah, it's her fault. It's a tragic backstory, but it's her fault. And it's like, she is deceiving Xal'atath and us, the audience, at that point, but it's through a mission. It's like everything she said is absolutely 1,000,000% true, but
and then
she's not telling us, right?
It's in line with her talking about how she became kind of consumed with like vengeance and you know, why else would she be that way? Like, you know, unless she made a big oopsie, you know, like,
totally.
She made a big mistake.
There's got to be some personal shame there as well.
Exactly.
Right?
Otherwise, like, you know, if I were in the situation, I would probably just die. You know, instead of like taking it upon myself to like revenge. Yeah, like, well, my
I think
people.
She probably didn't have a choice at first.
No, exactly.
But it could also be that thing of like, you know, maybe everyone's reaching out to her here because, you know, she is part of like the light kind of religious order
she could be,
that kind of is really important in this. And so they're going, oh, the void's attacking, help us. And she's not able to. And then when she sees the void coming, she's like, how do I survive this, right? It's like, oh, guys, how about I make a deal? And like, that's what saves her, sort of thing. So, but I do like that they really kind of focus on this idea of survival as being so important. And like, that's the only thing that's and you know what? Establishing that so strongly, in my mind, gives a lot more kind of slack to how this might play out and what her kind of intention is. Because I was always like, I hope she doesn't just want to eat the world's soul to become uber powerful, because that's a bit boring, a bit crude. But actually now I think they could make that work, because it is literally like, all I care about is survival. Obviously, the more powerful I am, the more chance I've got of surviving. It's like, I'm still like, I might be getting more and more powerful, but I'm still the underdog. You don't understand. Like, I'm still, you know, I'm just fighting to survive, right? So that's why I'm just eating everything. And I would actually buy it. I think there's a way they could make that work now, establishing this as such a strong character trait for her. And I still think it'd be more interesting if there was something else going on. But I think I would buy it if all she wanted to do was just, you know, become very powerful, like as powerful as the world soul, so that she was harder to kill. Exactly. Like, simple as that, really.
You can't kill me now.
Exactly. Now
no one can kill me.
Exactly. Now. Finally, I'm safe, sort of thing. And like, the Silver Surfer comparison, I can see why people make it. Seems a little bit lazy to me because there's so much stuff that's different about it. It's like, you know, lots of different versions of Silver Surfer as well, of course. But yeah, there's. I think it's like different enough. It's kind of anything that is cosmic and making deals with cosmic entities that are eating your world and stuff. It's going to kind of evoke that a little bit. But I think it works on its own terms. I think it's cool. And I like the idea that, you know, that is kind of her sway over the Dominar as well. It's like they just want to survive, man. They just, and she is kind of like forceful with them, and she does kind of like you know, use brute force with them to kind of get them in line. But there is that same kind of appeal to them as she makes to the ethereals of like, it's just about survival, dudes. That's all it is. Like, that's why we're doing what we're doing. And your best chance of surviving is with me. There's no moral kind of like dimension to our fight. I'm not on a crusade. I'm not like I don't want to protect anyone else or whatever. It's just about me and who's with me, and then that's it. We just do what we got to do to survive. And I actually think that's like it's a very crude motivation, but I kind of like it. I think it kind of works.
Yeah, I get that. That works for me too.
Yeah. So if that is just what they're going with, and if it doesn't ever move on from that anymore, then that'll kind of work for me. So in short, it was just about enough for me in terms of Xal'atath's history and kind of a glimpse into her past and what have you, to be enough of what I needed. I needed some reveals about Xal'atath and what she is and where she's from, and I got that. And I enjoyed it, and the tingles I felt when I saw that cutscene and lore walking of her getting put in the dagger were, for me, even if you didn't like it so much, replicated here as well by when she makes her appearance and you see what she looks like. There is like some speculation online that she's not this person at all, and actually she's the tendrils coming down.
Sure.
I just don't think so.
Yeah. No,
I think that would be like a misdirect too much. I think like if that were to be the case, then forget characters in game. Like the audience would feel cheated. Like if it turns out she's left bits out of this story, audience will go with that and they'll be like, I knew it. If it turns out she's not this kid, the audience will be like,
really? Come on.
She just told a straight up lie then. Right, okay.
Exactly. I think that would be silly. It would leave people feeling cheated.
And there's also the fact that when she makes her appearance on screen here, the Xal'atath theme plays and stuff like that. I think there's enough kind of like literature clues in there. There's enough like media appreciation clues in there to kind of like make it seem that. But if she is the child of light and darkness, that'd be very, very cool. I think it hit the spot for me and absolutely contributed towards my hype for Midnight. There'll be more thoughts on this, obviously, in our cinematic analysis, which will be coming out today or tomorrow, well after all the hype. I like all the hype to have died down around it before I talk about it, just so...
Just so you can stir it up again.
A lot more insights in there, too. But, obviously then there was like this thing of... Still a woman, though.
Yeah, but like
look at that tiny feminine chin. This is the feminization. It's
just
of WoW.
A child, right? Like prepubescent, like could be any gender. Could be anything really.
Yeah, it's true. So I know. now you've got like people going doing the obvious thing of sharing photos of like a disintegrating baby and being like, oh, it's so Disney, because of course they will, because like they've had to put up with all this shit for the last couple of weeks. And then you got people going, cherry picking one little image. Tell me how many men are in this story. Oh, tell me. Oh, well, look at the new butterfly. Oh, look at all the hearts and stuff like that. What's the game like?
Zero engagement in this discourse.
Well, I mean,
just gonna let it wash away.
That is the discourse, though, unfortunately, at the moment, and everyone's putting their oar in. Right, so
I'm sorry, I only contribute to this cinematic does not have enough beautiful still shots discourse. This is a nice one. This is a good one. But like, it's just not giving me visually what I need.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. Well,
so can I pull up an example just for funsies?
Yeah. You mean from a previous cinematic?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Can you pull up Ashara?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because just as a comparison, just because I've been talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, and you can see like the difference in the art style.
It is instantly. It is just a different. It's just a different art style. But what I love about this one, and what I love about these older harbingers, is the Warbringers, not harbingers.
Harbingers was Legion.
Thinking about Xal'atath. Yeah, exactly. Is like they're not afraid to do storytelling through just kind of like really simple images and like simple, powerful like shots, right? And so you got all this stuff. Oh, it's the Oh No Tower. Do you remember him?
no.
You know, and like it's a lot more kind
looks
of
more
like
2D.
It's more painterly,
Yeah.
right? And there's something like you can have these quite like looks of terror and stuff, but they're not so detailed, so it kind of like brings it out. But there are a few shots in here that I think are just like absolutely iconic, and I wish this one gave me some of those, right?
Yeah.
Like I wish it had those kind of like sublime, like really beautiful yeah. This is a personal gripe. I miss this art style so much. I think it's so beautiful. And I feel like Xal'atath deserves this treatment. Please, God, someone put Xal'atath in this like beautiful, like drawn style.
Now, I don't know much about like animation, but if I had to guess, because you get a lot of people going, "Oh, it looks like AI, the new stuff," and I don't think it's that. I think it's that like this is literally, they're probably digitally painted, but like this is literal paintings that have been animated in an old-fashioned style, right? Whereas you know how every cartoon on like Amazon and stuff now or Netflix is like, even if it looks like a cartoon, it's 3D modeled, and rendered, and then they just 2Dify it afterwards. I think this was created in 2D, and I think the new Xal'atath one was created with 3D models and then 2Dified afterwards.
100%.
And you can tell the difference, right? And it's like,
and I think
it's about the craft.
Yeah, and I think this is more. Yeah, this is just more about this art style reflects maybe a different time, and I'm just a bit nostalgic for it, but. I just like, look at these, like they're these kind of amazing kind of individual shots, and it's made up of these kind of beautiful shots. Give me these. I want to put these all over my wall, right? Like, you know, I miss this kind of like large scale storytelling, right? And that.
Well, I mean, people in the chat saying the artist who created these 2D animations isn't at the company anymore.
No.
I don't think she was at the company at this point either.
No.
So like there was still kind of, it was still kind of a bit truer to its original form. But things evolve. This was almost 10 years ago. The original ones in Mists are like 15, 16 years ago or whatever.
Exactly.
It's going to evolve. It's going to change.
Absolutely.
But it is actually shocking to me. It's surprising how different they do look.
Right. And I think it inspired me to go back and look at these, and it reminded me how much I love them, which is, you know, but I still really enjoyed the cinematic. I just wish this aesthetic and art style could come back. The Jaina one, hell yeah. And look at like these, every kind of shot is just very beautiful.
And again,
and scary.
It's like a very familiar ending that a lot of these cinematics have.
Yeah,
like,
you've got
this is extremely similar, which is another thing that makes me think that, I mean, if you compare this to compare the two last shots here.
And this one is it's good. It's nice to compare these two with the two last
like
shots.
They're so similar.
Yeah, right.
So there's the Xal'atath one, and there's the Ashara one, and like just the composition
and the colors.
Yeah, exactly. It's so similar.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Like again, I think that's a purposeful kind of like parallel between her and Ashara, which is another thing that makes me think that she did like.
Yeah, I like that.
So the other shot is
tentacles coming down.
Tentacles coming for her face, right? So there's that one where those tendrils, I call these
tendrils,
coming down, which obviously is very reminiscent of when the tentacle, this one here,
coming for her,
like that,
right?
And you know, it's kind of so much more 3D, isn't it? It's like
I think it's just a different,
less painterly.
It's just a different art style, and that's like my I just miss this.
Absolutely.
Look how pretty, look how hot she is.
It's really cool.
No one was complaining about women when Ashara was on screen.
They were
they?
Yeah, just you know. It's like, and that's the thing, like the more things, like the culture war aspect to WoW and video games in general, it is like so much more than it ever used to be. It's like, well, we never had these conversations back in the day of WoW. It's like, yeah, but if you had been like you are now, then we would have. It's like, you know, you would have said these things about vanilla. Like if the culture war had been where it is now, then you would be making the exact same arguments about everything that came out then, which you now claim to love, right? You'd be making these arguments about Avatar: Last Airbender. You'd be making these arguments about like vanilla WoW. you know, it's like you'd be saying all the same things. And people did call WoW like the cartoony kids MMO when it first came out as well. So like people just misremembering stuff to suit their agenda. It's
Absolutely.
It's really weird.
So someone in chat has shouted out this Laurel Austin, who is the artist of the older ones. So shout out to Laurel for your art style, because it rules.
Definitely. Someone in the chat saying that we're all too scared to talk about the Epstein links with Blizzard. No one is. Literally no one's too scared to talk about that at all. Like we've been banging the Steve Bannon first started as like trying to set up a gold selling
farmer, right?
he was a gold selling company in WoW, which by the way couldn't have happened if the WoW token had been released earlier. He'd never have bothered. And he used it as now we know he used it as a huge money laundering thing. So which will surprise absolutely no one. But yeah, no man, like the links between Kotick and Epstein are like unsurprising to literally everyone, because everyone in the world is learning what people like me and Evie have been shouting for like our entire lives, which is like, you know, basically every billionaire is a piece of shit, you know, and like it's just a big club where they go around doing whatever they want and thinking that they're better than everyone else, and that like normal rules of law and human decency don't apply to them, and that we are just pieces of shit on their shoes to be kind of manipulated and moved around and used to kind of further their own A, fortunes, and B, sense of superiority, and C, weird sexual fetishes. And like it's just it is what it is. And like no shit, microtransactions exist in video games so that billionaires can make a bit more fucking money. Who didn't know that, right? Like, and no one's shying away from that at all. And like it just who is anyone surprised? Well, maybe people who didn't think that all billionaires were bad would be surprised. But you know, like there's that thing of like, I've been sitting here saying over and over again, billionaires shouldn't exist, and lots of people didn't agree with me, but now it turns out that all billionaires, literally every single one, is literally fucking evil, as in like baby eating evil. And maybe people will fucking agree with me now. I don't know. So no, we're not shying away from it, actually. It's fine.
On that note, should we do some super chats?
Yeah, super chats.
Should we check? Chats. Should I check if my mic's working so that I can give it a spin?
I mean, probably not. Let's give it a go though.
How's my mic sounding? Has it recovered, or shall I just go back and snuggle next to Tally and do our super chats
I'm a bit weirded out by the fact you didn't want to snuggle next to me anymore.
No, it's just the freedom of,
okay, cool. Well, let us know if it starts going wrong again.
Yeah. Oh,
if only we'd known. We wouldn't have had to have snuggled for so long.
I have my special super chat interface over here. That's why. Good. Okay. Glad
I'm sure the static will return, but we'll see what happens.
Static has passed. On that note, let's pull up our super chats.
Super chats.
Here we go, guys. Thank you to everyone who's done a super chat today. We appreciate you.
We do. Thank you, because it makes unfortunately we do have to eat and stuff as well, and it really does help this podcast exist. That's basically how we get paid for this podcast, which is nice.
Fund my pizza tonight.
Are we having a pizza tonight?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yes.
And we're just having Domino's.
Can we get Pappy's?
No.
Why?
Because Pappy's sometimes doesn't deliver.
Okay. All right.
And I can't leave the house today because there's like a PTA event. And
you can't be, because you're not going to the PTA event?
I cannot be seen leaving my house.
When Evie told me she was joining the PTA, I was like,
of living in a village.
I was like, why are you joining the PTA? And she's like, I just think I can be valuable. And it's like, now we have to hide in our house when there's a PTA meeting so you don't get seen in the village.
I'm still considering this my birthday.
Yes. We didn't do a birthday stream for me or for you.
Exactly.
So I mean, this is officially your birthday stream. Right?
Is it? Oh, yeah, I would have dressed up.
We probably should have said that before. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you are wearing a birthday present.
I am. Have you guys seen this? Yeah, that's right.
Let me make you full screen just for a sec. Always nice when that happens.
Together.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks, Tally, for that one.
Actually got a chance to see you guys.
Good news, everyone. Tally has started his Disco Elysium playthrough.
Oh, I have.
It's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's true. I've only played like 45 minutes of it so far, but I was in the Whirling in Rags, the like hotel.
Yeah.
And the guy at the desk tried to make me pay for my room, and like the option came up to try and slip away. Like something the equivalent of agility check, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll slip away, but I failed my physical check. And so my character just started running away like really goofily. And then I had the option to like turn round and flip him off with both hands and say, fuck you. So I did. But then I tripped over and I knocked into a woman with a wheelchair who then tried to give me some money, but I said no. And then, and I thought that was going to kill me actually, but I managed to like heal myself. And then my partner, my brain told me to try and convince my partner that the case we were investigating was really, really sexy. So I chose that option, and then he was like, how is it sexy? And then I couldn't, like, my character, I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of any reason why it was sexy. And that depressed me so much that my character gave up being a cop and I got a game over. It was like I was fucking cackling. I was like as my character's running away and flipping off the barman, like saying "fuck you" and like knocking over the woman in the wheelchair. I was literally cackling. And then when I was like, and I was on a roll, I was like, yeah, let's convince Kim that the case is really sexy. And then when I couldn't, and I got so depressed that I gave up being a cop, and a literal fucking like newspaper article comes up going, "Cop is so depressed he gives up being cop" or whatever. And I was like, oh no, I should have been saving more.
So disco.
So like, I obviously, I know there's a lot more to the game than that, but I'm already 1,000,000% sold on Disco Elysium, and I basically want to make it as much of my personality as you have since playing it.
Yeah, it is.
So I want to get into the
unfortunately
zine scene, basically.
now.
Yeah. So anyway, eyes peeled for the Disco Elysium podcast that will inevitably start after that.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, that would make us even more insufferable, but, you know, I don't know. Disco Elysium fandom is also a whole place. Okay, super chats. Thank you. Let's kick these off. Simon CB, thank you so much for the super chat. Are you guys not playing Classic? TBC is fun. I bet it is fun.
I bet it's brilliant. I hope it is. I want everyone playing it to have the best time. And I hope that 1 million, 2, 5, 10 million people come and play Classic and get subscriptions to the game. And I hope it's everything that they want it to be. And I hope they have an amazing time.
Same. I just don't have time for it.
Although I do have to say, okay, that I always say the same thing. I'm like, I love the idea of Classic. I want it to do well. I'm glad it exists. But even when I think I'm going to enjoy playing it, I just don't really. I just like new stuff better.
Yeah, it's fair. I feel like you have to get into the right headspace.
Yeah. Maybe if retail, I'm pretty sure if retail WoW didn't exist, I'd play the shit out of Classic, right? Yeah. And I'd love it. But retail WoW does exist, and I just kind of prefer. But having said that, like I say, I have been going around at Xal'atath Basin in Northrend, right? Yeah. And I've been, because like I say, I want to get my shovel tusk head, so I'm doing all the frenzy heart rep and stuff like that, and doing all the world quests. And being in the basin is so good. It's so great.
Yeah, the music rules. The music is so good.
Love how housing is sending us to all the content to do stuff, and good, like so good. Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
I know that's Wrath, not TBC, but still.
Yeah. Thank you for that one. Next up is Rico, the orc. Thank you, Rico. Hey, Tally. Hey, Evie. This is your friendly super
Rico! Rico got some photos to send you as well. So, anyway.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Cheers and love. Hope y'all's weekends were great and everyone got well. I'm still not like 100%. I've been hovering at like
you haven't been
60 to 80%.
So far, you haven't actually been at 100% at any point during 2026.
No, it's a
you are run down.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
No, but you are quite literally.
Yeah, I am. And I'm just
She's run down.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm like taking my vitamins. I'm eating, I'm sleeping like 10 hours a night.
Yeah, you go to bed at like 8:30.
I lie down and I watch.
My life is so fucking boring right now.
I know, it's boring for everyone, but I'm just like, why? Like, what is, like, have I caught some kind of illness, like parasite? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're not pregnant,
the best way to. Oh my god.
No, I mean, hooray! That would be amazing.
Yeah, but it's. Not the finest start to my 39th year.
I couldn't deal with a third kid in the house just telling me I'm wrong about everything all the time.
Oh my god, everyone in this house corrects me. I already have 3 people.
I don't.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, exactly. God, dang.
No, I don't.
Get my thyroid checked. That's a really good shout, Lentil. My mom
You do have
thyroid.
like pronounced thyroids.
I have glands. I have swollen glands. Although you do have pronounced thyroid.
You do. I've known people in my lifetime, and of all of them, I think you've got very pronounced glands.
I've got swollen glands.
They make their presence known, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent, but well, let's return to our super chat. There. Anyway, yes, thank you, Rico, as always. See you. Next one is up from Bella's Boneyard. Do you think Lordaeron will get a facelift like Silvermoon? Discovered you two during the pandemic, and I've been a fan ever since.
Oh,
Cheers.
thank you. That's so kind.
Bella.
I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here now as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it will. I think there will be probably a return to Undercity in some way, whether that's done on the surface where they are now and that gets done up as a proper Forsaken City, or whether they just redo the Undercity. I've got a feeling the most likely thing is for it to be on the surface, from a game development point of view. But yes, I think there will be. That kind of links in with my other big bet about Midnight is that we will see a reworked Stratholme as well. So that might, I think you might see little bits of the Eastern Kingdoms kind of get some upgrades, if not whole zones. I think cities like Stratholme and Lordaeron might well do that. It would seem like the expansion to do it, honestly, right? Yeah, I think a Strat mega dungeon.
Cool.
Yeah, I think so. Or at the very least a delve or like scenario or something. But yeah, my betting would be a Strat mega dungeon.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, because now you can fly around from the Eastern Kingdoms into the Ghostlands, as it were, or Eversong Woods as it is now. That whole kind of Stratholme is very, very much on fire. Well, now you can fly straight over it like you weren't able to do before. Mm-hmm. Like it's been enabled, so you can literally fly over Stratholme on your way into the Ghostlands, and it just feels very odd, right? Yeah. It just feels very, very strange that that's still there and still burning, and it's like, let's do something with that, right? Yeah.
I agree. Thank you for that one. Next one is from Moxin. Lovely to see you, Moxin. So, Zal's original body looked human, Vrykul? Was that Blizz lack of creativity or proving my theory that Titan constructs are curse of stone species from other worlds? Maybe why they'd turn to the... Interesting. I don't think she looked human.
No, she's like humanoid.
She's humanoid, but she looked alien.
Yeah,
right?
she's got like that elongated neck.
And the bulbous head.
Yeah, and
eyes.
is she bald because she's like part of a religious order,
right?
Or is she bald because that's just what like the aliens look like?
All of them are
yeah,
like that, yeah,
exactly. Who knows? But I mean, yeah, that's one of the reasons I like the design is because the emotions are recognizably human. There's enough humanity about, kind of like Alita Battle Angel, really. It's like there's enough that is inhuman about how she looks to kind of be uncanny and weird. And they should have just got the girl from Fallout to play Alita, because then they wouldn't have had to do any CGI.
Actual like human.
Yeah, like
it's big, yeah.
But like, there is that. She's got like an alien look to her. So, I don't think she's human. I don't think she's very cruel.
No.
I'd be surprised if there's any real Titan. I was going to say Titan touching. I'd be surprised. Like if there's any other influence happening there. Like I say, I would guess it's the light. And they were a light worshipping planet, which just made it even more fun for the Void to come and destroy it. And that would be my bet. But hey, like. All bets are on the table right now. Any speculation is good speculation. And yeah, if they want to link it into the Titan stuff from Last Titan, and that would work too, and I'm all for it.
Oh, fun little Easter egg regarding our collector's edition. Which we have in the back there. Yeah, there it is. Blizz very kindly sent us a Midnight Collector's Edition, which is really cool. You can't really see this because we've put them the wrong way around. I like the order that you put them in, as in putting the most recent first. I agree with that order.
Yeah.
But it makes, there's actually like an embossed ring that goes on.
We don't have to theorize, we can just have a look.
There's There's an embossed ring on it and on the War Within one. So when you get the Last Titan, kind of need both of them to see.
Oh, right, sure.
So when you get the Last Titan, it will complete the embossed ring. So you have to put... See on
I'll show your camera. Bit of dust on that one.
Oh.
Okay.
So, yes. So. See it.
Oh, I do. I see what you're saying. Okay,
Right.
so hold it still. Hold it still. I'll use my fingers. There's a ring that starts here.
Cool, right?
Good spot.
Cool, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
I only
and
saw-
then, like
yeah.
Last Titan will complete the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really cool.
Neat, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know, just a little touch.
that's really awesome.
Oh, God, that's heavy.
I know. All cool toys and stuff. in
Full
this
of,
one.
full of stuff.
Oh, right, so I'm gonna. What you're saying?
Yeah. Anyway.
What you're saying is I'm gonna have to put them in different order.
You are going to have to, as much
to
as I,
complete the ring, right?
as much as I like.
Yeah, I hadn't even noticed that. That's
I know, because I
amazing.
saw it and then I was like, wait, what's on the one next to it? But it was facing the other way. And I was
Yeah.
like, wait a second. Yeah, so
I love shit like that.
me too.
That's so cool.
Just a little thing. Just
Yeah.
a little thing that kind of brightened my day.
You can put that as a YouTube short.
I
that
think
little bit.
I might. Well, I can't do it until the last time. Maybe I can make my own last
No, us
box.
revealing the secret of the collector's editions.
There you go.
Like,
Yeah.
you call it like the secret hidden message in the World Soul Saga collector's editions. There you go.
Yeah.
A million
Ooh,
views.
5 bajillion views.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Right. Okay.
They liked it. They put a ring on it.
Yeah. Okay. We got to go faster through these. Sorry for
Oh
the
shit, we
delay.
do. Yeah, sorry.
But I do just like hanging out on these. Okay, yeah, thank you, Moxon, for that one on our little chats about Xal'atath's form. Next one is from the Rubber Duck. Thank you for the super chat. We got the first new class in D2 in 25 years. And you can get a Heradra Cube decor for WoW housing if you purchase the DLC.
We were talking about this earlier. We didn't mention
We
this
didn't
in the
mention
podcast
it, I
today.
forgot to. So
I was
do you
like,
think-
talk to me about this in the podcast.
So do you think
Don't
we can
show
finally
me now.
get back to the secret cow level in WoW? LOL. So yeah, so
Can you
if
bring up the cube on the screen?
Because
I wanna see
actually,
it.
this is making me angry. So if you purchase Diablo 2: Reign of the Warlock, you get this housing decor item.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which someone might look at and be like, whatever, it's a cube. However,
No.
look at this. Look at the detail on it. Look at the cool shit you can do with this.
This is how you
can
know the
place
difference.
that in walls.
Yeah.
You can build shit out of this. I am furious.
This is how you know the difference
This is a
between-
good ass cube.
Housing pilled people and non-housing pilled people is like non-housing pilled people look at that and go, I don't get it. It's just a cube.
Yeah.
And housing pilled people go, oh shit,
I'm
think
like,
of all
wait,
the amazing stuff I can do
Look
with
at all
that.
like, because you just
The
use
kit
that.
bashers,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Like you can use that pattern in anything, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cube is good. We love Cube.
Cube is good.
So what do I have to buy to get this cube now?
Diablo 2: Reign of the Warlock.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Wait, Diablo 2 is like the good Diablo though. So
It's a new DLC for Diablo. Diablo 2.
okay, that feels like it's not going to be very expensive. What? Because I get like Diablo 2 for like £5 or something.
That's what
and
I
then
thought.
I'll play Diablo 2, man. Yeah, $25 is more than I'd like.
yeah, not for the
Okay,
cube. But I do
I
love the
mean-
cube.
Yeah.
Oh, god dang. Anyway, there you go.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you for reminding me about the Heradra cube.
Well, and that
Appreciate
actually,
it.
like, genuinely, when you were talking about it earlier, I thought it was Diablo 4. But now I know it's Diablo 2. I'm actually
I'm like-
more likely to get it.
Yeah, I get it.
We all love Diablo 2, right?
Yeah. Thank you for that one, Rubber Duck. Next one is from Nova Proudcoat. Hi and hello. Got to work, so catching up after. Just wanted to ask, have you seen the account add-on that makes bars of your /played time? Yes. If so, were you surprised if you used it? I was. Cheers.
I haven't used it yet because
I've-
I don't want to, like, just melt. I don't want, like, if I was to do that, and I was to like press the buttons and install the add-on and go like, yes, please show me what my /played is on like all my characters, even though I only started this account during Warlords of Draenor. Just do your worst, show me. It would show me, and this would happen. Oh, I spoiled the joke. This would happen. I think like we are all Xal'atath.
Yeah, I appreciate the meme fodder in this cinematic.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, we got memes forever now.
Yeah,
But
so yeah, I haven't used.
can I
because I
ask
know
a
it's
question
just
about
gonna
this
be
add-on?
Hunter.
Do I have to log into all my characters for it to count it, or does it find a way of counting it?
Oh,
Because that's the reason I don't use Alcoholic to count it, is because like I have to log into all my different characters.
that's never
Nah,
gonna
fuck that.
happen.
It's never gonna happen. Not doing it. Not logging into every
Literally
single
never
one.
gonna
Nah.
but I'm enjoying the discussion that
Yeah.
streams at. Next one, thank you for that one. Next one is BBX. Thank you for the super chat. some Polish złoty. Thank you. Hello, guys. Together with my wife, we both play WoW, and we also work together as truck drivers. Hell yeah.
Whoa!
Our podcasts are perfect to listen to while driving.
That's so
amazing.
cool.
Ah, BBX, that's so
We love
lovely. Yeah.
And puts extra
rules.
pressure on us to be extra entertaining so you don't fall asleep while you're driving.
Exactly.
and
And for me to upload on a Friday, which I do.
Yeah. Well, you're much better at it than I
podcast.
was. Yeah. Like when
So-
that was my job, I was not good at it, but
No.
you're very good at it.
No.
Well done.
Oh, that's awesome. That's super cool. I love that. Thank you for the super chat. That rules.
That makes me happy. Thank you.
Yeah. Next one is from Mimiyaga. I've been thinking it over. All of the things I've been looking forward to have already been added with the patch. Housing, the new transmog system, the new Demon Hunter spec, and race. I think we got all the best parts of Midnight already. Ooh, what do you think, Tally?
No, Eversong Woods. Eversong Woods is one of the best bits of Midnight and
Revamped
Silver Moon and running around Dells with Valera,
Oh, right.
which is pretty fun. Haranir, if that's your thing. And I'm actually like much more sold on the Haranir now since the soundtrack came out and the World Soul Cradle music hit. Because the World Soul Cradle music hits so hard. Oh, the Labyrinth Delve feels really good. This cinematic's got me hyped for the story. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, loads of good stuff has come out beforehand. But I'm so glad that they did stagger the release of Housing and stuff. Because can you imagine if all this Housing shit had dropped like at launch?
Oh, it would be insane.
Well, no one would, like Xal'atath would win.
Yeah.
Because no one would, no one would
Be
level
like-
or fight her or like.
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy, Zal. Yeah.
I don't have much comment on Prey actually. Evertel's in
That
charge
was
of writing.
not a super chat.
Sorry, okay.
Sorry. Sorry, please continue.
No, it's fine.
Just
No, I got to pay me, man. Maybe one of the paid chats
like
will be
10
asking
super
that.
chats.
Yeah, yeah.
Man.
Okay, let's go.
No, don't answer.
The soundtrack.
Talk about Prey.
Go to the Wowhead YouTube channel. They've got the whole soundtrack in different videos, so very easy to get. And go to the World Soul Cradle music. It's great. I love that shit.
I am excited for Prey. I'm kind of curious about it.
Wait,
Curious
you,
about how
you did
difficult
not get paid for that
Sorry,
opinion.
I felt bad. I felt bad saying no.
I'm actually quite unfamiliar with it. Evie is in charge of writing the pre-midnight guide, so it's her job
My
to test
job.
it, not me.
Yeah, and I've tested
I get to
it.
keep that like fresh and new.
Yeah, lucky you. No, I'm looking forward to it. Curious about it. Okay, gotta keep going with these super chats. Cheers, friends. Hello, buddy. Lovely to hear from you as ever.
Buddy!
Did the other Blizz game spotlights catch your eye? Hearthstone, Cataclysm, Overwatch reboot, Warlocks in Diablo. I dig it. I have no idea what's happening with Overwatch, but I understand there's been like a huge change. It's now Talon,
A
right? It's-
rework. They're calling it.
rework.
They're calling
I
it
like it.
expansion, which is something they said they'd never do.
They've
That's
dropped
why we've got
the
Overwatch.
two.
Yeah, they dropped the two. They
which
dropped the
is
two.
Finally. Why did
Uh,
they ever do that?
Like it is very exciting. Like I would say, out of all of those, Overwatch is the one that's captured my imagination the most. I haven't played Overwatch for about 3 years, but
Yeah.
I could see myself
It
dropping in.
looks cool.
All the characters look a bit samey now. It's
There is-
it's very clear like the market that they're going for and the aesthetic they're going for. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's not so appealing to me personally. So I'm not saying it's wrong or like they've made the wrong decision or anything like that. But
Yeah.
for me personally, they look a bit. It's cool.
They added a cat, which is pretty
The
cool.
cat's fucking awesome.
cat
Let's be real, the cat's really, really good. And I like that they've taken a bold step in storytelling and killed off characters.
really
And I
cool.
think that's really awesome. Yeah,
neat.
I think that's really nice.
I think it's really neat. Like watching it from afar, I've been kind of like, oh, actually, I
Yeah.
like that.
Apparently, there was a very big influx of players for the launch this week
Awesome.
as well. So that's
Super cool.
good for them.
That is really- that is
I
really
think they've
good to
clearly
hear.
worked really hard on it, and it's a bold idea. And it's ballsy, and I like it for that reason. And am I tempted to play again? Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the cinematics or anything like that where they kill those characters, so maybe I'm
No.
wrong, but that's what I've gathered.
No.
But yeah, I can see myself jumping in there.
And apparently they're changing that one character's face. They released her face and it wasn't hot enough.
What?
Not,
No,
not hot enough.
it's
just
different.
Not just like it just didn't
Well,
have
actually,
the character.
they made her more conventionally attractive in
Yeah.
the game, and everyone was upset, rightfully so, because they basically gave her a face that already exists on two characters.
Like all the other characters.
Yeah, literally,
yeah.
and you can swap the hair, and they're the
Just
same
looked
character. Yeah,
exactly
it's
the
like
same, yeah.
just like
Just give
okay.
her a little bit of flavor.
Yeah,
So apparently
yeah.
that's going back. That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, seeing this all happen, I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Probably gonna play some Overwatch.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for that one. Next one is from Darius. Lovely to see you, Darius. Thank you for the super chat. Nice catching you live.
Nice to be caught.
Yeah, good to see you. Next one is from Brandy Buck. Anyone who thinks being girly equals not being tough has never been in the room while their child is born.
Yeah.
Women are superhuman insane.
Yeah, totally. Well, and also that thing of like, it is the case of it gives it away because when a woman looks too tough, they're too masculine and tough, and this is everything is like woke, and women aren't allowed to be attractive anymore, and blah blah blah. Because apparently the Adrin's not attractive because she's too manly or whatever.
Of course,
she's hot as fuck. Absolutely would.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, if it's too cutesy and if it's too girly, right, and then that's the feminization of WoW. So like. And it's always the same people making the criticism. So it's that thing of like, well, it's starting to sound like it's not how the women are portrayed that is your problem. It's that women are portrayed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's always been the case. It's always been that transparent. Yeah. But it is, and there's nothing you can do. You can't fight it with logic. You can't fight it with all you can do is laugh at it. That's the best we've got.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks for that one, Brandy Buck. Next one is from Omadon. Lovely to see you. Does Zal's obsession with survival likely set up a counterpoint of sacrifice, leading intentionally to sacrificial character death?
Yeah.
Survival versus sacrifice. You definitely get that sense, right?
Yeah. That's a great point and like a thematic point. I feel like the kind of selfishness of Xal'atath's survival instinct versus the willingness of her opponents to make sacrifices. Mm-hmm. If her entire motivation is to survive, then that's also her weakness, right? And like she will be defeated by, well, you know how I think she'll be defeated. Mm-hmm. What I would do if I was Blizz, and now that's a phrase that carries a bit more weight. Oh. Right? I would have Tyrallion and Alleria coming together to create a big light void bomb to win the day at the end, and then you get this cool big sacrifice like make a baby now. You get this big sacrifice cinematic where they both die and save the day, and it'd be awesome.
It could be cool.
Yeah,
it'd be cool. I like it. Right, I like this. Next one, another one from Abaddon. Thank you, Abaddon. Is Zal Zoval's what is to come? Is she what is to come?
No, I don't think so. No. Yeah.
Just no. We'll leave it at that.
But I get where you are. Maybe I'm just offended that you're making me think of Zoval.
I know.
It's quite.
Well, that Xal'atath child is kind of like Zoval, and he's like slumped over.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Next one is from that guy, Jono. Thank you. How do you guys deal with the constant negativity around the game and its community? It just feels to be everywhere, despite how good the game is at the moment.
Yeah.
That last sentence is quite important.
Yeah.
The game is really good at the moment.
Yeah. It's like, and like, I mean, some great comments in the visible chat right now, which kind of back that up, right? It's like people calling the game trash because we dared to suggest that some people are homophobic or like just don't like women. Yeah. And it's like, no, I think you'll find that the game just fucking sucks. It's like, if you think the game sucks, that's awesome, man. Like, that's cool. You're not a misogynist or a homophobe or a racist or anything because you don't like a video game. You're a misogynist because you're saying that like Liadrin's got too square a jaw. That's why you're a misogynist, right? But like no, like if not liking a game, you're allowed to like dislike a game. It's absolutely fine. And like yeah, over the years, I think we've been doing this long enough now, 10 years, that you just recognize the same arguments over and over again. Like WoW is always dying. WoW is always just about to die. And people will always be in comments with the most confident comment you've ever heard in your life, confidently predicting that this is the end of WoW and WoW will die. And they deserve it as well because they made the game shit. They dumbed it down for casuals. They feminized it. They aimed it too much at casuals or they aimed it too much at the 1%. And like, it's just the same stuff over and over and over again. And it's like, you know, I've had my times when I've been very critical of WoW as well, particularly through Shadowlands and stuff like that. You know, I'm always critical of like nitpicky things and small things and pointing out little things here and there which I think are bad and which can improve, and sometimes they're quite big things. But like in Shadowlands, it was basically the whole thing, and that was a point where we didn't make as much content, and we didn't play the game as much, and we didn't talk about the game as much. And you know, despite the fact that you have to be nice about WoW because that's your living, I mean, we just didn't make such a good living during Shadowlands because we didn't do that, actually. You know, and we didn't want to make like doomer content because I think that way madness lies. And I just think it ruins you as a person. And I just don't think it's good for your psyche to rely on being negative for like clicks and stuff.
Yeah. Also, like, you know, asking like, you know, how do you deal with constant negativity? It's like, well, it's there. But I also like, I play a lot of WoW. I also do, my life is full of other things that like make my life really meaningful and interesting and good. Like I have, you know, I have a family, I have kids, I have like something of a social life, mostly based around them. I like to consume really good like media sometimes, and like and art. I also like to consume like shit, like just bad shit, but it makes me feel good.
I'm always on hand for that.
And it's just like I have a life that is full of things that isn't just WoW, and that kind of keeps me going.
I find myself getting really frustrated with parts of the community sometimes, as I've demonstrated today. Like I get annoyed with arguments and positions and takes that I find come from a place of like culture war or whatever and stuff. I find it very tiring. But also, at the end of the day, if someone disagrees with me about a video game, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I know.
Like the most important thing in my relationship to WoW is whether I think WoW is good or not,
or worth your time,
or worth my time, and that's the only part of my relationship with WoW that really matters at the end of the day. And if someone else isn't enjoying it, I feel bad for them because they obviously do want to enjoy it. You know, it's like something's happened and they're not enjoying it so much anymore, and I mourn that loss for them, that they can't enjoy WoW anymore, because I fucking love WoW and I love playing it, and I'm really glad that it's, in my opinion, extremely good right now, and it gives me much pleasure. So I feel sorry for people who aren't getting that pleasure out of WoW, but at the same time, when I wasn't getting that pleasure out of WoW, I just didn't fucking play it.
Yeah, it's okay to stop. It's okay, and if it's a big part of your life, and I understand that. Hard, and I get people get upset, and I think for me personally, one thing that's really helped is just like not taking myself so seriously. You know, 90% of situations that can I show you the shirt I made?
Okay.
Can I put it up?
Yeah. Well,
so I was really inspired by
Snowman, you're gonna have to pay some fucking money for me to read that comment out. Sorry, dude. You know how it works around here, friend. Pay some fucking, like, pay the fuck up, man, and I'll read it. But if you,
I was really inspired by that.
Wait, one sec. Is it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
By that comment that Holly made about midcore. So I made a midcore t-shirt. Look how cool this is.
Wait, who was that model that was just wearing that? That's amazing. That's super intense.
He's wearing it a little bit tight. I would wear it looser than that. Wait, look at her. Look how cool she is in that.
She is so midcore.
Like the instant I heard that word, I was like, I need to make this into
Guys, if you only know our merch shop as the thing that's connected to our YouTube, that's a fine merch shop. It's very cool. But the real good stuff is on the website merch store. Yeah.
The thing is, getting stuff on the YouTube merch shelf is so complicated. It's ridiculous. So one day the merch shops will be merged and all will be well. But in the meantime, just go to our website and buy our midcore t-shirt. It made me laugh. I'm gonna buy one.
You love
really
that one.
I
love it too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think I preferred the foot popsicle one though. I'm not sure.
I literally deleted it. I was like, can't do this. Anyway, that was it. That was a bit of a tangent.
No,
but
I liked it. It was cool.
That is how I keep myself alive.
A nice Squarespace site, that.
Well,
did you get a good deal on it with an online code?
Actually, I didn't. Way back when, I did not.
Use our own code,
I could not use my own code. Anyway, that is that. That was a bit of a tangent. Let's go through these super chats. I've got a few more minutes before I got to run. Vomax, thank you so much. Predictions on Blizzard having an old god body as a zone.
I love that so much.
In The Last Titan, that is, I love any zone that is like, yeah, it's a giant turtle. Like, it's like, I love that.
The turtle old god is my favorite old god.
Yeah. I think that would be
A giant
super
turtle,
cool.
curious.
They love revisiting concepts they couldn't do in the past. Ajal Nero Benaj Kahet. Yeah, I think that's a cool bet.
I kind of feel like they've got enough to fucking worry about with the Northrend rework without having to rework anything
Possible.
that much.
You've been spending some time there, so you're probably
but I mean, it's huge. Like, I've got a feeling there's gonna be lots of inaccessible mountainous. My prediction. A lot of fucking ice. A lot of Northrend is gonna be iced over. Like, there's gonna be whole zones where we can't even, like, the basin is just full of ice now. It's just fucking ice, you know. I feel like they're gonna have to make Northrend a bit small. I hope I'm wrong. Look, WoW have been surprising the shit out of me for the last 2 expansions now. With the amount of work that they're willing to put in. So maybe I'm wrong, but at the moment I'm like, how are they gonna make this zone smaller? Basically, you know.
Thank you for that one. Next one is from Colden the Boy. Thank you for the super chat. Only a few weeks left in the War Within. Any late game solo stories or systems I should try before midnight? Depends on what you've done, I guess.
The lore walking stuff is already good, I think.
That's a good shout, actually. I think there's like one that I haven't done.
Yeah, me too. I haven't done the latest one at all.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that.
Yeah.
So yeah, check out lore walking if you haven't. It's a really nice, easy way of just like picking up some story threads.
Hello Full Story is a good shout as well.
Yeah.
Like, just because it's good and it's fun.
It is cool.
Otherwise, I mean, there is, of course, if you haven't done it, the War Within catch up, which has its faults and isn't perfect, but it's like, just for catching up with the story, it's a couple of hours, and you'll probably really enjoy it if that's where you're at with it. Yeah. I think you can pick it up anywhere as well, so it will kind of skip the bits you've done. I'm not sure about that though. Yeah.
Lovely. So yeah, enjoy these last weeks, and I will get my everything you need to do before midnight drops guide, or like everything you need to know. Midnight is here.
Yeah.
Got a couple weeks. Chris is up with another super chat. Thank you, Chris. Just wanted to wish Evie a very happy birthday.
Yay! Got a feeling this is when you mentioned it was your birthday, so you can get a few birthday super chats in now.
It was my birthday.
Thank you, Chris. It's really awesome.
Chris.
Thank you.
Lovely. Next one is up from Abdullah Alazmi. Lovely. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, mate.
Just dropped us some cash.
Yeah, just leaving the money on the table.
Yeah, thank you. Next one is from Givaz. Lovely to see you, Guy. Happy birthday, Evie. Much love from me and Bobby. Oh, please send her our love too. We'll have to catch up with you guys sometime. We're on different continents. Thank you. Oh, and another one from Abdullah. Thank you so much. Imagine your third child seeing this in the future. Well,
they wouldn't know that they're our child because we put them up for adoption straight away. So. No, if a third child came into our life, I'm joking. Obviously, I'd be like super happy because children are the best. They rock, man. But yeah, I'd be like,
far too old for that.
I would feel sorry for our third kid because they would get like, we'd be like, they'd be 3 years old and we go, just use this knife and cut this thing. Like, just go and just...
Penny already gets that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because, Annie's so, like, grown up and she's just...
I saw this great, like, TikTok or whatever it was. It was shared somewhere else. I don't use TikTok. But it was, like, tidying up your first kid's toys.
Yeah.
And he's, like, placing them really... Everything back exactly where it goes. Adorable. And it's, like, cleaning up your second kid's toys. Just a shovel. Like, throwing it in a box.
I still do the first one.
I do not.
I tidy up the toys.
I get them tidy up their own toys now.
I have a system.
My little phrase I use is like, you should tidy that up because if you don't, I'm going to, and you might not like how I do it. And they're like, oh, you're right, we don't like how you do it. So
yeah, I accidentally use the like clean this up where I'm putting it in the bin once.
Because then you've got to put it in the bin if they don't do it.
Well, and then Penny a few days later was like, Mommy, please don't put my cat in the bin. And I was like, I would never do that.
No! She got you, man. She got you good.
And I was like, I deserve that.
You won't do that? Yeah, you did deserve that.
I deserve that.
Shit.
And I was like, and I had to sit her down and I'd be like, baby.
She called you bluff, man.
I would never, ever put your favorite toy. I was like, I would never do that to you. And I gave her, and I like got her all this like chocolate and ice cream. So I was like, oh my God. I thought I could win.
Yeah,
but I lost.
yeah.
Anyway, next one is from 100% on Thundas. Happy birthday from the Thundas fan.
Well, not
to our
Thundas fan.
Warcraft
Yeah.
queen. The not Thundas fan. Evatel. Oh, thanks, guys. Hope everyone gave you the most incredible day because you deserve the best. Oh, thank you, Thundas. To be honest, I was just very tired and a bit sick, but I am enjoying the aftermath. Feels good. Enjoying being my age. I love it. Next one, another one from Moxin. Is Xali from the first one species?
I don't think so. I like the idea. I like it. Maybe they are like first one enjoyers. Maybe they're first one like worshippers or something like that. Maybe they know something. But I've got a feeling like in the same way, the reason her being immortal appealed to me was because it kind of mundanifies a little bit, you know, like make her more like us sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like she was like us for real. Like she was on a planet, it got eaten by an old god, and so like that really appeals to me. I don't want her to be a Skywalker. You know, so maybe, but I'm gonna say no, and I hope the answer is no. Never say never, though. I mean, goodness me.
No, exactly.
Who knows what Chris Metzler will wake up feeling one day?
I know, he's going to be like, guys, just comes in and drops.
I wish we hadn't called them first ones. It's too intimidating.
Yeah. No one needs to be first. This isn't a race, okay?
It's like, well, everyone's winners here.
That's it.
I clearly
Time to log off.
she's one of the pod people from Dark Crystal, man. Like you know, like with the lasers in the eyes, right? Yeah.
Yep. Next one, another one from Brandy Buck. Oh wait. No. Oh my God, we got so many more. Oh my God, gotta go fast.
Unlock Daniel. Love the cinematic. Can't unsee the Ash Baby meme.
Exactly.
What I've seen this Ash
I don't
Baby
know
meme.
where
Where's it
Ash
from?
Baby's
The Ash, someone's gonna have to educate me.
Someone
Sorry.
tell us while we continue through these
I will
super
look
chats.
it up.
Next one, Moxin. Again, do you think that since they added Warlock into D2, that they already have Necro, they might add Necro and WoW next X pack?
If you have been
Necromancer?
playing Unholy Death Knight, which you should, because it's very good
just
at the moment. It's
Necromancer,
fun.
isn't it?
It's Necromancer.
Yeah.
Like there is I actually think they should call it Necromancer.
Yeah.
Like I think Necromancer at the moment certainly would be a more descriptive name than Unholy. Like it is a Necromancer. Like melee Necromancer. Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Yeah. Another one from Brandy Buck. Thank you. If we go back to Northrend without playable Tuskar, I'm gonna riot. Yeah, I feel you. I might need help flipping the car though. I'll be there with you. I will also be flipping the car. I mean, we're never actually gonna get playable Tuskar. It's never gonna happen. Except for like
Shut up! What the fuck?
except for in like a scenario or something.
The
You're gonna
fuck?
go into a scenario and you're gonna be able to play a Tuskar in a scenario.
Fuck you! What the? Get the fuck out!
Sorry.
Or stay for the super chats and then get the fuck out.
But yeah, but who knows? A girl can dream. Girl can dream.
I
She
dream
will.
of playable Tuskar every single fucking night.
Same,
What are you talking
same. Next one is from Caio Fernandez. Lovely to see you, Caio. Hi, guys. Well, thank you. Hello to you, too. Oh, no, I made someone cry by saying we're not going to have Tuskar. Sorry.
Sorry, I accidentally
Sorry.
logged out of WoW. Like I sort of sat around for so long that my character left the guild
Yeah.
house, but it's going back
No.
in now.
Yeah, exactly. If we went to Koresh and didn't get playable Ethereals, we do not go to Northrend and get playable Tuskar, okay?
But- okay, so
Once
here's the-
I get my playable Ethereals, you get your playable.
Here's the difference, right? Playable ethereals suck, and playable Tuskar fucking rule those. So I mean,
Wow.
quite important.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see. Another one from Rico. Third child. You mean the cat you finally get? Yes, exactly. Third child will be a cat. That's exactly what it's going to be like. And then finally, SSM Devil. Thank you for the super chat. Just a note to say hello from the Sean. Oh, nice to see you, the Sean. Lovely to see you
Sean, mate, good to see you, mate.
on the super chats as well.
Yay!
On that note,
Oh, we did it? We got
did
through?
it. We
Nice
literally did it.
one.
I timed it perfectly. That was
did.
timed.
You are so
Yeah.
clever. We're back in the guild
Yay,
house.
There we go.
Not so many people here now. I think they all left once I DC'd by
Yeah,
mistake.
exactly. They're like, okay, Tally's not here. So on that note, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. Really appreciate you joining the podcast on this delightful chit chat with ourselves and with each other. Thank you to everyone who super chatted. Thank you to everyone who was also watching on Twitch and subbed. We see you on there. We appreciate
We
you.
feel you.
We feel you. We got you.
We feel the warm glow.
Yeah. And thank you to everyone who is eventually listening to this on their preferred podcasting listening platform.
Yeah, we don't make any money from you guys, but I'm so glad that you're here.
Yeah, like yeah. I'm just glad we can provide a service. And thank you as ever, guys, for tuning in. We appreciate you. We're going to be back next week with some videos. We'll be back with some streams. We have lots of interesting streams next week, which we can't talk about yet. But we will be streaming a lot.
We can't talk about them yet?
Yeah, it's literally next week.
Oh, is that next week?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So,
I mean, yay, but yeah.
We're probably going to be part of the North Friend Live event next week on Saturday as well.
Oh, we are allowed to say that?
I don't know. But I just did.
Is that the one you were hinting at really hard last week? Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see you around next week for some fun stuff. We've got lots of cool things in the lead up to midnight to celebrate together. Can't wait.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you to you've already done the thank yous. So
Yeah.
for me, Taliesin.
And me, Evitel.
Until next time, cheerio.
Bye.